took a toll on me. Oh, you cannot say it's got this hold on me. And girl, you cannot say you took a toll on me.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Roll For It, where we're playing some Monster Hearts in River Valley High. We're on episode 3 right now of a 4-episode series, so things are going to get a little bit steamy today. No, they've been steamy all the time with Cecil. I think things are going to get a little bit dark and dank, maybe. Anyway, right. Welcome back.
Well, it is almost 4:20, so...
Someone pointed out to me that it's... Yesterday was 4/4/2020, and they were like, do we get twice as high, or... The answer is that people like, do we get twice as high, twice as long? And someone was like, yes. Like,
yeah, why not?
Just square it. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Square it depends on the quantity. That might be bad. Anyway, hi, welcome. So we have a few announcements today, including a big one with a big announcement. I'm announcing it before I announce it. It's only a 30-second notice, but I gotta get that in. So. Go through our announcements to today, our normal bog standard typical announcements. We have oh god, where is it? It was only yesterday. Things have happened.
What?
There we go, I found it. There was other posts in admin chat since yesterday. Normally the Saturday to Sunday is relatively quiet for us because we're preparing for the Sunday meeting, so we just save all our shit until Sunday meeting. But apparently there was stuff getting posted.
Sorry.
There were things happening.
I had to post things. It might have to do with the other thing that you're going to post later.
It is. So we have no support today. The NPC name submissions for April are coming this week, so get your NPC name submissions in, which is going to be important because we'll need them for shows. A monthly recap is also coming soon, so look out for that. And our big announcement! Starting after Monster Hearts in 2 weeks' time, on Sunday, the same time we normally do a Sunday show, is Dawn of the Others, an Apocalypse World 2 RPG show of Margaret Crone as Master of Ceremonies, starting at 10 a.m. PTD, 6 p.m. BST, starting April 19th, 2020, twitch.tv/roll for it. Except the font doesn't have a /, but there is a / in there. I assume you're all internet affair
Yeah,
enough.
there's no / or @s.
Yeah. So,
Bentham, you didn't catch that.
What?
You didn't catch that.
Bentham is normally
Normally
perfect on his
Bentham catches
copywriting.
those things. I don't know. I did put the / there, but then I guess it didn't show.
Yeah. And then annoyingly, like sometimes when you're like, okay, this one character is a different font, and then you touch it again and it reverts, and you're like... But yeah, I assume you all know how
Bentham is
Twitch.tv
my
works.
eyes. He double checks that stuff.
I'm a spell checker.
But
Terrible at
it's okay,
spelling,
yes.
but
Gonna
very
have
good at
very
correcting it because I corrected myself
zombie
all the time.
vibes. Are you going zombie vibes? It seems zombie vibes. I'm not gonna ask anymore, but it seems zombie vibes.
It's not zombie vibes, but mutant vibes.
Can we just talk about the vibes? Because we announced the show now. We can talk about the vibes, right? Get people hyped.
Yeah, I mean to some extent, yeah.
Mad Max. Mad
It
Max
is
vibes.
Mad. Yeah.
I mean, that's classic apocalypse world. Nice, very nice.
Yeah. It's how I'm describing it, because it is not necessarily all Mad Max. It is Mad Max if Mad Max and Westworld had a baby. So
Ooh.
there are going to be elements of both, and you're going to see that escalate towards the end of the season. It will be great.
I'm very hyped.
Bentham has already told me like 3 different theories that he
I
has.
already have theories. I'm
like,
all
maybe?
over Westworld, so
I've
I'm
said
like,
maybe
okay,
to
there's so many
everyone.
things it could be.
Oh, God.
But we've already recorded our character summary that will be coming out later. You're going to find out the rest of the cast soon. If you're a patron, you probably already know who the cast is. But I'm very excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we had already planned this before, so we didn't know there was like a real life apocalypse type of situation going to happen at the same time. But hey, it's great.
I'm just saying, stock up on your silver spray paint cans, right?
Yeah, something like that. It's going to be fun.
Is
I
there a
wanna
guy
tune
in the Apocalypse World game who just owns a mountain of toilet paper?
Oh my gosh.
You want to buy a
No, I
toilet
need to
roll?
add that. I'm writing that down.
It just goes like this. It's like toilet roll all on the inside of the jacket. Hey, you want to buy a toilet roll?
He is the king of poop.
Yes.
Because he who controls the toilet paper controls the poop. That's how that works, right?
Westworld. Sorry, if people thought I said Westeros.
Does
Westworld.
does his goods conform to the bog standard?
Of course. Only the best.
Anyway,
Wipe that smoke off your face.
I'm sure you'll manage it, Cecil. Anyway, Bentham, you want to talk about shilling so I can put my wig on?
Okay. It's a bit more than a shilling, but you can support us in various different places over on primarily Patreon. That is how we are funded, how you can support our show and allow us to pay our cast and all that kind of cool stuff. That hair is backwards. You look like the character from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Needs to be slightly more red and needs eyes.
Ah!
I was thinking more cousin
Not a
It,
good look.
Ah!
Is that your darkest self?
This is my darkest self.
Darkest Self is a bad hair day. Anyway, and on Patreon you can support us at various different
Yeah,
tiers,
that's
which
right.
will
I was
give you
thinking a Muppet.
various
I was thinking a
different
Muppet, yeah.
rewards. Various different rewards,
Muppets
including
or cousin It?
MP3s of all the shows, after shows that we record after every show, talk about what happens in the show. You can get character sheets, you can get sheets of like NPCs and enemies that we can encounter in our shows. You can also vote in GM polls on events that are going to take place in our shows. You can submit names that will be used for NPCs that will appear in the shows. And so
Like my horrible friends.
Yeah, they're all from the yeah. And you can also, of course, if you submit some NPC names in for the coming one, they may get included in the coming show. So start preparing weird apocalypse nicknames.
Send me
kind of thing.
names because I already have some characters that I'm going to pull names from the list because some of the players have come up with some cool NPCs that have yet to be named. So your name could be one of theirs. And I have a few others that might be fun. You could name the Toilet King.
Someone please submit the name
There you
Bog
go.
Standard.
You can. It's not a name.
Sir Bog Standard.
No,
Mrs.
that's
Bog
the
Standard.
flag. That's the flag of their nation, the Bog Standard.
Ah.
Anyway, you can also take part in a once-monthly game gemmed by a member of the cast. Last month, what was it? Was it Josh last month?
Hello.
Wasn't it? Yeah, with Skyfarer. It went
Skyfarer.
weird, as it always does.
Yeah, there was a fart elemental. Got weird.
There you go. Ties in well with the theme that we've accidentally created today. You can, and yeah, those are the Patreon things.
Is the theme butts? What
Don't know anymore. I mean, that would also tie into Monster Heart, so it's a good way of. You also supporting on Patreon gives you access to our Discord, where there's a lot of other people who support the show that you can talk to about cool things that happen in the show, and you can also keep an eye out for some early hints about what's happening in coming shows, like who are members of particular projects and that kind of thing. Also, you can support us on Twitch by being a Twitch subscriber. You get badges and emotes and cool stuff like that, and also get Discord access that way as well. You can also drop us bits; they land in the cup. Physics happens; it's always cool. You can do it if you want to, and also you can support us with tips, which will appear on the screen, and we'll read them out at the end to thank you for being awesome and supporting our continued ridiculousness in all of our shows. And also, you can support us on YouTube by becoming a YouTube member, which gives you access to the Discord as well. And also, you get emotes and badges on YouTube. You even get the badges in YouTube comments, so you can confuse everyone by having a weird symbol next to your name. They're like, "What the hell does that mean? What is this?" It's like, "Aha! You don't know YouTube membership exists, like most people." But it is a thing.
YouTube poorly discussing features and telling the community about how they can do things? Really?
I know, right? It's crazy.
So weird.
You mean like how you have to subscribe and then also
Hit the
select
bell
which
and then
option
select
you'd like,
the,
and then you'd
yeah.
also like to have to hit a bell in order to actually get information on the channel that you already subscribed to.
I'm glad that I'm such a voracious consumer of YouTube videos that they never hide anything from me. They're like, he'll watch it eventually. We'll just show him everything he's subscribed to. I've never had to hit the bell for anyone. It just gives me all the videos anyway. I'm like the only guy that's never had a problem with that. It's great. Like, we know he watches everything. Why would we hide anything from him? We'd only slow him down. Yes, also, just being here is awesome. Watching the show on Twitch and also on YouTube is fantastic. And talking about the show with your friends, who really appreciate spreading the word and telling everyone about the cool stuff we do and bringing them along to watch, so they can share in your misery or your enjoyment, depending on whether he's the GM or not.
Yeah, fair.
And that's all the things.
Wait, you mean the people miserable when IG?
Is it my
So
turn?
you're getting into character.
yeah, I'm getting the character. Don't worry, I got this. Wait, I'm in
All right.
character?
Are we ready? Are we ready?
Never. Go for it.
Okay, great. Hi everyone. Welcome to Monster Hearts. Previously on River Valley High, we were introduced to our lovely collection of monsters and teenage monsters. Really, I mean monsters both in the literal and metaphorical instance in this case. And we discovered that they're all terrible people. But more importantly, there is a love three-dimensional shape currently going on in which we have Tiffany, our queen, who is secretly bonking Cecil, our ghoul, on the side behind the bike shed. But Tiffany totally has her eyes on Oliver, the most perfect, what was I gonna say? Perfect student. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
He's
that one.
basically the perfect student. And
It's still a
they are
two-dimensional
now,
shape right now. I should say
Yeah,
it's still
they-
2D, but we're working on it.
we're working on it. Oliver is totally not a creeper. Don't know what you're talking about. He's perfect. He is perfect in every sense of the word. And Tiffany and him are now in an official public relationship via the social medias, largely, and I guess also maybe in person eventually. Meanwhile, Oliver's former girlfriend, he doesn't like to use the word ex because ex is very negative. It's a very negative word. Former, they've moved past that.
We're on a
place. Now
break!
they're, according to her, on a break because they need to see other people. But that's definitely not how he sees it. So Daisy is now seeing other people, and those other people include Cecil, and they did it behind the bleachers, not behind the bike shed. But
Yeah,
still
some
on school
reason Cecil's
property.
weird about doing it behind the bike shed. I'm not sure why.
Just to be clear. But Tiffany and Oliver are no longer dating. Tiffany has terrible friends. We discovered that. We also discovered that Tiffany talks to voices, and those voices are going to come and pay her a visit, I believe.
Oh shit, yeah.
Wait, Tiffany?
Not Tiffany, sorry. Daisy.
I'm hearing voices
Yep.
now too. But...
Well, you know.
You tend to hear voices, but it's only when we open our mouths.
Adam has been watching Tiffany because he totally knows how to be a normal human, very normal. And there was anime club, and at the end of the last episode, did I miss anything before the end of the last episode?
Carlos.
What was that? Carlos is sad. Carlos is a sad boy. He's very sad.
Carlos is the best. and I feel so
He's
bad.
also the best. He's the only one that's not terrible, but he is a monster.
Come on, Josh, get in
Just
character.
needs a hug.
We need contempt.
There's some weirdness going on with Mr. Burgess, the new vice principal, and people in mysterious black suits hanging around. Cecil died, but didn't die because he's dead already. We
Got
did
better.
discover at the end of the episode, Zoe, the resident goth, aka also the witch, decided that she wanted to get revenge on Tiffany because she just deeply hates Tiffany for no reason other than she blames Tiffany for the reason why Adam is no longer paying attention to her, and also she hates Tiffany. Decided to curse her with the help of Cecil, who got an important manga from Tiffany because Tiffany's a secret weeb. And they implemented a curse, and this curse is one that we will discover the full nature of, but essentially renders Tiffany the opposite of what she is, which is that Tiffany is popular and well-liked and well-known, And so that's going to go super well for Tiffany, I am sure. And then they finished up the spell. Cecil helped her with it. So Cecil does remember Tiffany, and everyone else is going to kind of like forget Tiffany, or be like, Tiffany is an unimportant person. I think we might, as a group, decide exactly. Basically, what I want is Maggie, tell me what would the worst thing for Tiffany be, and then that's what the curse is.
I think no one knowing who she is would be awesome.
Okay, so no one wrote...
For Tiffany, sad. But for me, I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, what is the horrible thing you want to have to your character happen to your character?
Like no one knowing who she is at all.
Okay. No one will remember who Tiffany is.
Is it just that, or is there like the added element of everyone kind of feels compelled to look over Tiffany and move on?
Oh,
because this is important to how Adam will act.
That's true. That's true. I like that. If you're okay with that as well.
I'm okay with that.
Kind of like no one remembers who she is, and everyone kind of glosses over her and just sort of.
She's very forgettable.
She's very forgettable. So like you can have a conversation with someone, and then
what my mom says.
And then just be like, I was just talking to the new kid or whoever. Yeah.
Perfect. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay. So that is the curse. Zoe also found out that Cecil is being kept alive by Fey magic, which we don't know exactly why that's happening, but she did point out that Fey magic normally comes with bargains and a price of some kind. So she's like, it's probably fine. And that brings us to the scene where we will begin our story today. It is late at night, probably coming just past midnight, where Zoe and Cecil have just completed the curse ritual in the local wooded park area. They, had we see behind them the kind of like faded salt circle that is sort of drifting away in the slight breeze, but still like kind of scorched into the ground as this sort of reminder of the intensity of the magic that was cast. And Zoe's got her little backpack on and walking next to Cecil, and we hear the sound of a howling wolf, or a howl, in the background. And then that howl, we realize, sort of resolves and becomes closer and closer. And then there is the sound of heavy breathing and growling as stalking out through the darkness in front of them is a large wolf. The figure of and wolves are, to be clear, wolves are already quite large. So you don't necessarily have the context, I imagine, as a teenager.
Dire wolf.
Is this a normal sized wolf or an extra big wolf? Doesn't really matter. It's just big.
Big wolf.
And it sort of stalks out in front of the two of you and Cecil and Zoe. And its yellow eyes are trained on the two of you. Its mouth hanging slightly open. It is breathing heavily. There's a snarl as its lip pulls back, revealing its very sharp, pointy teeth. It is rich black-colored fur, and it seems to coil as if it is about to spring. But I will let you react.
Yeah, Cecil's like, oh my, Zoe, get behind me, because he's a
you actually do that?
Hero. Yeah.
I straight up didn't think Cecil
patronizing...
was gonna do that, so I had a whole contingency plan in my notes.
No. Let's be clear, he's patronizing while he does it. But he's like, let's just. I don't suppose you've got anything edible
Cecil,
on you.
You like get Zoe to stand behind you. Sorry, I'm just surprised because I thought Cecil would just be like, peace him out, and just fucking like it because he's an asshole. So let me respond to my surprise about Cecil being willing to defend Zoe. So you get Zoe behind you, and she's like, okay, like, I'm not gonna argue. You can't die, and I can. Is not quite what she says, but it's definitely what she's thinking. So she sort of backs up behind you. She fiddles with something, like she reaches under her shirt and like grabs a thing. You're not really sure what she's grabbing, but she's behind you, so it doesn't really matter. And the wolf in that moment then will pounce and spring on you because it was going to attack Zoe, but it's now attacking you.
Oh, Yeah, as he's getting pounced on, he's like, "You got anything you could throw it? Like, I have new."
Yeah, like we need to do something about it. And the wolf, it snarls and just leaps at you, and you do get the impression like it was maybe going for Zoe, and she sort of mutters something. She's like, "It's always Price." Like she kind of wasn't surprised that the wolf would attack her because she cast a curse, and it leaps on you. So it is going to deal you harm then as you embrace its slobbery mouth. The wolf leaps on you. It clenches its jaws around probably your shoulder first. You get the impression it's maybe going for your throat, and it will deal you 2 points of harm.
Ooh.
He's a big wolf.
Oh.
What do
Well,
you do,
first
Seth?
off, he yells.
Yeah.
In pain.
So he's like, "Oh shit!"
Get away from me! And he's going to beat on a wolf.
Okay.
He's gonna like try and
Yeah.
just beat it up.
You want to try and throw the wolf off of you. Totally makes sense. So go ahead and lash. That sounds like you're trying to lash out physically.
Yes, I think
Yeah.
that makes the most sense.
All right.
I
Unless you
don't
have,
any
like, a-
strings on this wolf, do I?
Do you have any strings on Carlos? No. Then you have no strings on this wolf.
I like the Lauren's face is like, fine, I'll tell you who it is.
I mean, in fairness, I would probably say in this instance you wouldn't know who it is.
Oh!
Mark that XP though.
That's a
So
6.
mark a point of experience as
Just failed.
as you fail, and the wolf. Yeah, you know what? I think this is probably great. You have short rest for the wicked, so and just if this is too, I will. This might be a little gory, so tell me to stop. The wolf, having grabbed your shoulder, you attempt to grab you, like hands in its fur, trying to push it off of you. And in that attempt, it bears down on you. It puts its mouth around your throat and it rips out your entire jugular and your trachea. And you begin to gush with blood as your vision fades and becomes blackness and darkness. And Zoe kind of lets out this sort of like scream that then sort of stops and becomes this moment as we see the audience. Zoe standing there like she is about to pull out some sort of magical item or implement, and we see as the audience as the wolf, blood dripping from its mouth, begins to break and shift as the form goes back into the familiar form of we know of Carlos. And he's holding you in his arms now, bleeding profusely, and he begins sobbing. And that's, I think, where we'll end that scene. Because, fun fact, a werewolf leaves its darkest form when you harm someone you really care about.
But Zoe knows now, so I need to know what happens in that scene.
It's all NPCs now, so we fade out. And we'll come back to
Used
you,
to
I
be
guess,
Lauren.
to figure out what
Zoe
Carlos
and Carlos
does
come
with your
back to school tomorrow, hand in hand. You're like,
dead
did something
body.
happen?
Yeah, Carlos was not a good boy. As he sobs over your...
I don't know. It was Cecil. I
bleeding
count that as a good boy.
All right, so the night will pass. We'll probably do a flashback because, actually we won't do a flashback. We'll just, Cecil, you'll wake up at some point because you have short rest for the wicked. To be clear, you could choose to skirt death if you wanted to become your darkest self instead, or to lose all your strings you have on everybody, but you also have the ghoul ability, so it's your choice. If you would like, I guess, yeah, not to end the scene. You have the option to continue the scene by skirting death, doing one of those two things.
Yeah, I don't want to lose all the strings I have.
That's fair.
And I don't think he's in a position where he's feeling like his hunger sharpens in any sense. So
Okay.
he's just gonna straight up die.
Okay, cool. I realized I forgot that was the mechanic
no,
that most people have, and you have an extra
No,
mechanic. So.
it's totally what I was gonna do. Is just straight up die.
Cool. Okay. So you die. Your vision fades. You head into that inky blackness that you know so well now. It is not your first time there. And we fade out on the form of still like slightly furry, pointed ears, but very clearly Carlos sobbing with your body covered in your blood. Also naked, definitely lost all his clothes in the transformation. That is how that works.
Naked
Cecil's
furry fan
shirt
art.
has also been ripped.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's very.
Oh yeah, no, this is,
homoerotic.
and Zoe's just watching it like, I just watched someone die. I watched someone turn back from a wolf. Also, there's something weirdly erotic about this entire scene, and I'm very uncomfortable.
That's a very
right
specific kind of fan art. I don't think we can show that on the show.
now. Probably not.
No.
Probably not. We could do what they do in Japan, which is turn all the gore into just black shadow.
Oh yeah.
That's how they censor a lot of stuff there.
And then you'd have to censor my face.
That
The-
helps.
That's true. The morning comes, the night passes, and the sun rises and the day begins. A new day. And Tiffany, it's a brand new day. And this day, how could it be different from any other? You have a date later this week with Oliver. It's going to be great. And you feel, maybe, I don't know how you begin your day, but I imagine maybe you bask in the
Yeah.
glow of social media. I don't
Totally.
know.
She goes over to her laptop or her like PC or laptop or whatever and starts, uploading her vlog for the morning and her vlog with some pictures. And she's just checking her social media and she's like, that's weird. Like normally
Yeah,
I'd have at least like 3,000 views by now.
Yeah,
Maybe something's wrong with the stream. Whatever. I'll check it later. And she just gets ready, goes to school.
You also have, I don't know, do you have like alerts on for like follower unfollows and stuff like that?
Probably not because that would spam her phone. But
Yeah. If you went to check your follower number, it definitely took a dip. Like people were like, what's this thing that I'm following? And they unfollowed it.
that's weird. Must be a
Something's wrong
fluke.
with the algorithm.
They must just be getting rid of bots or something. I don't know.
And you can begin your school day, and all of you can begin your school day. Make your way to the classroom. You know nothing of the untimely fate of Cecil from the night before. There has been like no messages, like nothing has happened with that.
Okay.
And shallow grave Cecil. No, we'll find out. I gotta decide. And so yeah, you all arrive for your school day. And
When my parents go to pick up, Bethany and Stephanie and Johnny, are they there?
I don't think, because your parents would take you to school. Do you think
My
that
mom,
the
yeah.
curse your mom had? Do you think the curse has affected your mom or not?
It's up to you.
I think it's probably focused just at the school. I think that makes
Okay.
the most sense to just say like students at the school and teachers probably. So like people from the school, to give it like a limitation.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's who are you and why did you just come out of the spare room?
Right. I
yeah,
think
we
like,
have a
to give
daughter,
it a
I
limitation,
guess.
and like Zoe's a young witch. Like she doesn't have the ability to like make the entire world forget you, but she can certainly make us.
She's like Willow season 4, not Willow season 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think they are there when you go to pick them up.
Yeah, I guess in the car I'm like, that's so strange. They're not even answering their messages.
I think you text one of them, and you get a reply back being like, "Sorry, I don't have this number in my phone. Who's this?"
Did I message the wrong number? No, this is. And then I reply with like, Tiffany, duh.
Sorry, I guess I don't know who that is. You must have the wrong number.
Do I have the wrong number? And I'm like showing my mom like, this is her number, right?
And your mother is driving, but she looks over because she's not a safe driver. Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. You never get anything wrong.
That's what I think too. It's so weird. I guess let's just go. I don't need them anyway.
You are a beacon, a star. You don't need anyone. But you also need to ensure that everybody loves you.
I know, I'm trying, Mom.
Okay.
Judging. Okay.
You you make your way to school. None of your posse are there when you go to pick them up. Actually, ooh, you see one of them waiting at like the school bus stop, like at the stop for the school bus.
Oh,
Maybe
Mom.
it's Johnny. You see Johnny.
slow down for a moment. I see Johnny. What is he doing? I rolled on the window and I'm like,
He's,
Johnny!
got headphones on.
Johnny.
Sorry, did you just me?
Yeah, Johnny. Duh, you. Who else would I be talking to? Get in
He,
the
like, looks
car.
around at the other students and he's like,
Get in the car.
good, I'm just gonna take the bus.
Why would you take the bus with them?
And he like looks over to someone. He's like, because they're my friends.
Since when have you ever
And
hung
he
out with
puts
them?
his headphone on and he's just like, looks at the person next to him and is just like, weird. And like goes back to his phone.
I like get back. I like roll back the window up and I'm like, why is Johnny acting so weird, Mom?
You see a tweet, like he messages, he's like, some creeper student just tried to pick me up. I think they were trying to murder me. Weird.
The heck? I will message Johnny back on social media. Because Tiffany would. Don't even
Yeah,
know
yeah.
back. She's like, what the heck, Johnny? Why'd you just treat me like that?
He's like,
And then calling me a creeper, totally not cool.
are a stranger trying to get like a kid into your car? Are you like in cahoots with someone?
Johnny, I've known you since we were like 8.
Now you're just being weird. Block.
Mom, he just blocked me.
I don't know what I'm more disappointed in.
Well, fine. 2 can play at that game. And I block him back.
I assume every time you tweet, people see your tweets and like, oh yeah, why am I following this person? And every time you tweet,
Yep.
the follows go
Yep.
down.
Yeah.
It's like your worst nightmare.
Yeah, and then Johnny's like another, like, oh my god, I have a stalker.
I already blocked him. I don't think.
Creepy new girl. Yeah, you don't see any of this. But now creepy new girl is like a trending hashtag at the school.
Oh shit.
So
Ooh, creepy new
Daisy,
girl.
Adam, what are you two up to this morning? You get to school on time? Normal day?
So, amusingly, I was mad at Cecil about something. I
You
can't
were.
remember what I'm mad at Cecil about.
Nope.
So I guess I show up on time, very confused. I feel this is Daisy's just story. She's very confused, but she shows up on time today for once. Because she's like, I've got internal emotions, but I'm not sure why. So I'm just going to carry on and let's see what happens.
But I also feel like it's not uncommon for her to be mad at someone but not know why.
That's probably very true, yeah.
I'm mad and I don't know why.
It's why it doesn't really change her daily life. She's just like, I'm mad at someone. Okay.
I'm sure I'll remember at some point.
Probably no. So someone will remind me at some point. I won't remember.
So Tiffany, you arrive on time. Teacher is quite pleased. Quite like she's like, oh, you're here in time. Excellent. Marking you as present. And Adam, do you also roll in on time? You got given quite a stern talking to the night before to go under the radar.
Yeah, I think he does his usual thing of kind of he wanders around the school grounds for a bit, sits on like down in some like busy
Yeah.
area and kind of watches people milling about.
So you were copying and like following Tiffany. What how does
Mhm.
that like translate into you? Because like now there's this hole, like there's a spot of like you don't have that.
I think when the time comes to go to the form room, he kind of walks in and kind of comes to a stop and looks around, just feels a bit confused for a second because he had a dynamic, he had a system, and there's something
Mhm.
now missing from this system. And I think
So I'm
eventually he
going
just goes
to-
and sits down next to Daisy because
Yeah.
that's what he's been doing.
Hey, Adam.
So neither Cecil, Carlos, or Zoe are there.
He definitely like takes him to the other room. Is like, there's a lot of where's everyone gone?
Yeah. Teacher's like, something must be going around. Like,
He sits down next to Daisy. He's like, where is everyone? Am I early? Did I miss a time or something?
No, I'm here before you for once, which is weird, but I don't know where everyone is. I was angry at Cecil for some reason. Maybe he's avoiding me.
Avoiding you by not coming to school? Carlos has been gone for 2 days now. He's not
Flu?
going to show up
Maybe they have the flu.
later. Right. Starts rapidly Googling.
You go down there, you're like, holy shit, humans are so weak.
Yeah, I think he Googles flu and then it's like, oh, that's not good. Are they gonna be okay?
Are they contagious?
Just looking up like
Yeah,
probably.
rates. Like,
Flu normally
this
only lasts
many,
like a couple of weeks,
hundreds of
but it can be
thousands of
pretty
people
rough.
have been killed by the flu over hundreds of
Oh.
years. It's like that's a high number.
Most people who die from the flu are like really old and so on anyway, so we don't really have
Okay.
much to worry about probably.
If you're sure.
She goes in like her little like bag and pulls out like a little like pack of antibacterial wipes or whatever. These are antibacterial, but they probably will be good for cleaning stuff if you're worried.
Okay, so it's like cleaning his desk.
So, all that you were there, there's something that we forgot to address because Tiffany picked up a new ability, and I don't think that the magic of the spell can override this ability. I think you still have it.
Okay. I
'Cause
was
think
figuring
it's
that I
your
wouldn't
power
have
that you
gotten
have.
it till the morning, but yes.
Yeah, and so maybe you can decide when it hits you, but I don't think, or when it starts, you play that out however you want. But I don't think that the spell could override it because I think it's like conflicting power sources.
Okay,
So like
cool.
bounces off of that part. It can.
I will say
basically
that it is
can't affect-
active for today, so I guess
Yeah.
I will start hearing.
Yeah, you
those
decide.
things.
You decide when that starts happening.
Sure.
So Tiffany, do you arrive on time, like perfectly on time every day? That is the case. So Adam and Daisy, the bell is about to ring, and Tiffany, you arrive and walk into the classroom.
Yeah, she comes into the room like as per usual, sits down at her desk.
Where as Tiffany comes in and starts to walk down the aisle, Daisy will be like, "Oh, hi, are you the new person I saw on Twitters? Not Twitters."
You see Bethany, Stephanie, and Johnny all just start whispering. They're like, "Oh my god, that was her!" And Johnny's like, "Oh my
Daisy,
God."
you know who I am, and I'm not a new kid. I've been going to the school forever."
Oh.
And I just sit down, like,
There's someone in your seat. It's the kid who was on the bus next to Johnny.
excuse
He's like,
me, this is
he's an unimportant character that's like normally in the background of this classroom, but like now he's sitting in your seat.
excuse me, this is my seat.
Johnny looks up at you. He like turns the friend. He's like, "She's back. Creepy new girl."
Johnny, what is your problem? Are we like, is this some kind of weird April Fool's joke or something?
I don't have a problem. You were the one who tried to get me into your car, and I don't even know who you are.
I pick you up every day, Johnny. My mom picks you, Bethany, and Stephanie up every single day. That has been our like ritual. Cheer squad, always.
So here's an important question. What are Johnny, Bethany, and Stephanie's real names?
Oh yeah, you can.
You
Totally
gave them all nicknames, and now
Yeah.
they don't remember them.
Yeah, no, totally. They
Oh,
have real
no.
names. You can pick what their real names are.
Yeah,
They should
so
not
Johnny
be anything
looks at you.
weird.
And he's like, "My name's not Johnny. My name's Peter."
Yeah, we know that, but we don't call you that.
Who's we?
Bethany and Stephanie and I,
Who's Bethany?
we
and
agreed
Stephanie?
that it's much
And he,
easier
like,
to
points
make up
forward and he,
cheers.
like,
We agreed that it's
like-
much easier to make up cheers whenever all of our names rhyme, okay? You were part of this. In fact, I think it was like your idea.
I don't. He like looks and he looks at Bethany and Stephanie, who are like actually probably like Emma and like Ashley, and they're like, why are you bringing? We don't. My name's Ashley.
Oh, that's right. We didn't really need to change your name, but we just changed it anyway.
But no, the Annie is important. You gotta have the Annie. And then,
Yeah.
You know,
I
Oh,
think
that's
it's
true.
3
right,
syllables
right.
Right, 'cause
for
Lee and
girls,
me
2
are
for
not quite the
boys. I think
same.
that's the
Yeah,
system.
that's true,
So
that's
another
true.
guy would be like Donnie.
Yeah.
Bonnie.
Well, I'm Honey, so
Hmm.
I don't know. If someone has a better name than Ashley, that's also fine. I'm just
I like the idea that it's Emma and Gemma, but needlessly changed so it rhymes
to
in a
Bethany and
different
yes,
way.
Emma and Gemma. Perfect. Peter, Emma, and Gemma. No, Peter, Paul, and Mary. I'm just kidding. Peter, Emma, and Gemma. I love it. Also, Gemma is such a British name.
Is it? Do you not have it in the US?
Gemma?
Gemma.
I know
Really?
somebody named Gemma, and they are not British.
No, it's not common here by comparison. Like I had like
Oh, for
4
sure. Definitely
Gemmas.
not common. It's like one person in my whole entire life that I know that's
You had
named
4
Gemma.
Gemmas?
Whereas in my secondary school, yeah, there were like 4 Gemmas.
Wow.
We had a lot of Gemmas.
I guess the American version is just Gem.
Yeah, that's not even that common.
Isn't that just a
Yeah,
stripper name?
that's not. I don't know anybody named Gem.
We're just here
There's a
to
lot of-
be like, no, you're wrong.
I know someone named I know someone named Bijamina who we call Gemma.
So
It's a Filipino name.
yeah, no. So how do we have? I think at some point Peter's gonna be like, "You're being weird and you're creeping me out. You just," and he's like, "You can just have my seat. That's fine."
Okay, fine. That's weird, but sure.
And he like gets up. He lets you sit there next to his currently silent friend, and he just goes and like sits across from Bethany and Stephanie. Like,
Why is
another
everyone
seat in the
being
front.
so weird?
Just like clearly texting something.
And Adam turns to Daisy, is like, why is she saying she was here before? Oh, did she have the flu, but for like ages, like since before I got here? Is that how it works? Do people act weird when they come back
Who?
from having the flu?
Who said what?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
You're like super deep into like the flu and virology.
You said you'd help me with chemistry at some point.
I said I'd try. We can, maybe 2 heads are better than 1.
Yeah, that'd be
Dad's
pretty
really
handy.
good at
Thank you.
chemistry.
It's only in a 4-episode series. They're on episode 3, so I'm sure there's an exam coming soon.
Oh yeah, we gotta figure out what the like big thing is for our last episode. Is it the big game? Is it the dance? Is it?
It's a dance at the
Technically-
big game while they have an exam.
It is
Well, you have
Friday
exams.
today, so is the final episode going to be a Monday or is it going to be the Saturday?
I think the final episode is gonna be a Saturday because I feel like we're doing 1 day per episode, so or maybe 2.
It's a
Like we've
Party.
only gotten through like 3 school days, so we
Yep.
even with like a multiple day time skip.
It's a big
would-
party after the big
Get to
game,
Saturday.
which is the day, like
Of
the
the
afternoon
exam.
after the exams that they do.
Mm.
So they're celebrating.
Perfect.
Too many things at once.
So I feel like we should resolve the dead boy situation.
Things you
Alright.
don't really want to say outside an RPG.
We
I
are
feel
on a
like-
list somewhere for sure.
I'll take that for
I
500.
feel like we should resolve that situation. So on the plus side of this entire scenario, Zoe did know that you were dead, and she did know that it was fey magic. So we don't necessarily see this scene, but I think we can make like a logical leap that she will talk Carlos down somewhat from being like, because he probably starts being like, oh my god, I need to build a shallow grave, I need to call the police, I don't know what to do. Like he starts freaking out, like
Yeah.
a little bit like, you know, like a dog that doesn't know what to do, just like moves over here, starts digging, and then like moves back and he's crying and there's blood, and Zoe eventually probably talks him down and is like, it's okay, I know this is weird, but you also can turn into a wolf. I'm a witch. He's dead already.
Best introduction to Monster Hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was, yeah. He
I was
was,
just like,
he
I
was
know,
dead before you
I
killed
did
him.
this.
yeah. But it's like he was dead before you killed him. And
No, like
so
he's been dead.
I think what will happen is Cecil, in whatever way it is that you find yourself drifting back into the realm of the living, you will wake up a little damp, covered in blood, very uncomfortable and sore, like you have been sleeping on the ground, and just sort of they kind of just moved you to a different part of the park, hidden away like behind trees and stuff. And
And I'm covered in,
Zoe
like, leaves.
is like leaning up against a tree and she's like asleep. And
Is this the morning like after?
yeah, this is like the morning because it's short rest, so it doesn't
I hope
specify,
that
but I
at the
feel like
timing is like right when we're like right as I'm sitting down in Johnny's seat, so
Probably.
that I can. Yeah, okay, this is now. I want
Oh,
that ability to be
yes.
activated.
Mhm.
Perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the exact timing. So like this is, the sun has risen. It's like 8 or 9 a.m. or whatever time like the school day starts. Zoe, we see Tiffany sit down in the seat, and then it kind of like scene transitions to like Zoe like waking up and Cecil, your body coming to consciousness. And I think Carlos is still like half awake. He's like curled up a little bit. He probably doesn't really have clothes because I think Zoe would have just like thrown him her sweatshirt.
He's definitely, got someone's sweatshirt and other people's various clothes just thrown over him.
Yeah. And he's just sort of like twitching slightly. But both of them are
Aw.
clearly there as you wake up and come back to consciousness. Carlos wakes up, I think, first, so he's like, "Oh, don't come back so loud." Carlos, however, like, oh my god, she was right.
Who's
He's
what?
still blood on his face, like it's all like crusty and dried.
And yeah, same with me, just like everywhere here is covered in like congealed blood.
Yeah. He just sort of sits up.
Carlos,
Uh-huh.
why were you in the woods?
What? Why were you in the woods? Also, to be clear, yeah, you don't know that he was like you didn't see that part.
I don't think so. No, I was blacked out at that point.
You were pretty dead by then. You don't. What was the last thing you remembered?
Well, there was a ritual. And a fucking werewolf. Oh, Carlos. You saved me from a werewolf?
He shakes his head.
Are
And
we-
that
are we-
might be like the moment that you realize he's covered in blood. That's like mostly here.
Did you get hurt?
He shakes his
He
head
just
again.
like grabs his face like
Ew. Carlos like takes your hands that are on his face. He's having a moment. Pulls them away. And then he like puts his hand where your throat is, which is there any evidence? Like I don't know how this works for you. Is it like slowly re-healing still?
I think it's mostly back, sort of, but it's like tender looking.
It's like
the
slightly
very
puffy,
least.
slightly like light, like
Yeah.
pinkish to it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
He-
also covered in blood
Yeah.
and gore, probably.
He reaches out like he's gonna put his hand there, like and then he sort of pulls it back. He's like, and he doesn't say anything. He just sort of points to it, and then he points to himself, and then he looks like the saddest puppy face you've ever seen. Like I did a bad, like you're gonna yell at me because I puked on the carpet.
No.
Zoe like goes.
I think there's a lot of weird stuff going on right now, Carlos. Just tell me, are you a werewolf?
He nods. Yeah. But you're dead. Is that what?
It's happened a few times now.
I killed you. I did that. I was a wolf, but I did that.
You what?
I was the one who ripped your throat out. That was me.
You ripped. Really?
You don't remember?
No. But
Okay,
that's
so-
really fucking cool.
He looks so confused. He's like, what? Because he was about to say, like, I can still taste it. What?
You're a fucking werewolf, man. And that is the coolest thing I have ever done. And I jumped off our roof. Wasn't that cool? Now I'm thinking about it.
Are you happy I killed you? I thought you were dead.
I'm thinking back now, and it hurt like hell. But that was amazing. That was like entirely out of oh my god, did you watch Helsing with the and people get sliced? Oh my god, that was cool. Carlos, you could fucking change into a big dog. I just grab him by the shoulders and just shake him.
I don't and he I think when your emotional state is the exact opposite of what he thought it would be. I don't think he knows what to do. He like, you're shaking him and he grabs your arms and you realize, like, very strong and sort of makes sense now. He's like, I and he pushes you back, and I think he just starts walking away, like sort of half running. I need a shower.
Do you at least want to borrow my trousers? Like, you are buck naked.
I think he's like, Zoe like gave him like a scarf. He's got like a sarong.
Yeah, just like, doesn't really cover much.
Then you would be naked, and he's just too funny.
I got pants on. I'm fine. Hang on. Definitely soiled these.
Yeah. Zoe, like, are you
And
two
that's
done?
the point. Carlos did not fancy Cecil anymore.
Zoe like wakes up as the volume of the two of you is getting louder, and she's like finished watching it, and she's like, I really thought you two were gonna just make out right there. Seemed like a moment. Sorry to interrupt it.
Can you magic up clothes?
No.
Then what's the use of you? We've got to get to school!
You need to go take a fucking shower, and I do as well. Also, I was really surprised that you decided that you were willing to get hurt and put me behind you. That was super noble of you. It was gross. Don't do it again.
Mm-hmm. I mean, next time I'll let you get your throat ripped out. That preferable?
I figured, like I said, all magic comes with a price. I cast a spell. It was a curse. Bad shit was probably going to happen to me. Getting my throat ripped out of a wolf. Maybe not what I was expecting, but I was ready.
Yeah, okay.
Not to die, you dummy.
I tried not to.
Whatever. And she like takes the thing that you didn't see this before, and it's like a small like bird skull token, and she just crushes it, waves at you, and then there's like a flurry of dark light and feathers, and just like a crow is there. She goes, ah! And then just flies away.
You suck.
She poops on your head.
Carlos, wait up! Just runs after Carlos.
And Carlos is booking it. Like he's not gonna be easy to catch up with.
I think Cecil will probably try and catch up, fail, and then just go home.
Okay. Meanwhile, back at school, what was going on in Tiffany's head?
Yeah, I think Tiffany's very confused as to what's going on.
Yeah, what's it like in there? When your
I think her
streaming
first.
kicks in.
What'd you say?
When your
when the
streaming
streaming
kicks
kicks in.
Yeah.
Well, it's more of I hear what he's like emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
So what is he hearing, or what is he thinking emotionally? And are my gang still part of, or is my
That's
gang?
that was the thing I was saying. Is like, I think even though they don't consider themselves part of their gang, that's they still are in the case of streaming.
So I guess like she's sitting at her desk and she's like looking down. She's like, why is everyone acting so weird? And then all of a sudden she gets like Bethany, Johnny, Stephanie, and Cecil's like thoughts running through her head.
Yeah, it's all their fears and emotions.
Just what you need. More fears and more emotions right now.
Start running through your head. Because
So-
I think the power that gives you the streaming and the power of the spell, like they clash. And that's
Yeah,
why
I like that there's a moment where she just sits down and all of a sudden she starts hearing all these things. So I guess tell me what I'm hearing and hearing in my head.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of just from Peter, Emma, and Gemma, or Bethany, Johnny, and Stephanie, depending on how we want to refer to them. You get a lot of like initial sort of anger creep out, and then you mostly get just almost as if everything that happened is not even like a thing. Like their fears that are coming through are so unrelated to everything that was just going on. Like, oh my God, I hope I don't fail the exam, or what am I going to do at cheer practice? Like those sorts of concepts come in that I think it probably might strike you as interesting that they are not about you at all. I don't know how you process that, but like Tiffany's, you're not like showing up in any of their fears or emotions.
Okay. And then what about Cecil? What's he thinking?
I think because you turned it on after he was not dead, he stopped being dead.
Yeah, you're
Then
on
you
your
don't,
you're
like,
walking
notice.
you're walking back home.
Yeah. You hear in his head like, I hope I get to school in time. The teacher's gonna be pissed off. Carlos is definitely pissed off. He's afraid that like he's not gonna. Yeah, he's afraid of all of those things. He's not going to be able to like talk to, or Carlos won't be able to talk to him, vice versa. He's afraid of that at the moment. That's mostly what's going through his head.
Okay. I think Tiffany's like she just starts talking out loud to the people who are like their thoughts are in her head because she doesn't know what's going on really exactly. So I think she's like, you're gonna be fine, Gemma. You always, or Bethany, you're always fine. You always do really well in your school. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Stop it, Johnny. And who the fuck is Carlos?
You don't remember who Carlos is?
Tiffany doesn't. Come on, Tiffany doesn't know who Carlos is. Come on.
Checks
Oh
out.
my god,
Shame.
you're the
How could you
absolute
not know the
worst.
best boy?
His only friend.
I know. It's
You
great.
would know who he was if you came to Anime Club.
Carlos sits diagonally behind you.
I know. She doesn't know. She doesn't know who he is.
It's a
No,
blind
it's
spot.
perfect.
The worst. Tiffany is the worst.
Tiffany does not have rearview mirrors.
Yeah.
No.
So when you start saying these things out loud, like
I told you
they
Tiffany's
start
awful.
turning around and looking at you, and the thoughts that you're hearing start shifting, or like because it's mostly like feelings that you're getting, right? And you get some context for this are like, what the fuck, like, and Bethany / Emma, I don't know which one she is, turns around and looks at you and she's like, what the hell are you talking about? I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you did. You said that you were like worried about like the test that you were gonna fail it or something.
And she just has this like completely horrified, slightly terrified look on her face, and you just get this like wave of horror fear washes over you.
Why are you so
and
afraid?
She
What
like
is going
raises her
on?
hand and looks at the teacher, and she's like, can I come and talk to you for a second? And she like goes up to the teacher, and there's this very quiet conversation, and they kind of like keep looking up and looking at you, and like looking up and looking at you, Tiffany. And she like nods and says something, and then the teacher goes over to the phone in the classroom and like puts a call in, and she's speaking quite quietly, and like Bethany comes and like sits back down at the table, and she's just very like silent. Doesn't say anything to you, but it's just like discomfort is emanating off of her.
Great.
Maggie's secretly like, yes. Tiffany's like, fuck.
I think like probably one of them's like just reaching to the bag, like got the taser just in case.
Yeah. All right. Does anyone say anything about who the fuck is Carlos? She yells that.
I guess
I
not.
mean, I guess from everyone
Okay,
else's
cool.
like it makes sense to everyone
Yeah,
else.
who the
because
fuck
the
is
new girl
Carlos?
doesn't know who Carlos is. Carlos isn't
Yeah.
here. Sure, it works.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. Cool. So should we pass a little bit of time to slightly to the end of this period?
Sure.
So Tiffany, you will be held slightly back by the teacher. She's like, so you're new here, and I'm going to have you go speak with Mr.
I am not
Burgess,
new.
Our
I have
vice-
been at the school for like
excuse
since
me.
I was a kid.
Sorry, could you remind me of your name again? I'm so bad with names.
You know who I am. I'm like the cheer captain.
Okay, I'm very sorry. I'm bad with names. You're right. And she goes back and looks at the register. Tiffany, that's right. Could you go
Yeah.
speak with Mr. Burgess, the vice principal? Do you know where to find his office? I know you're new here.
I'm not new. Why does everyone keep saying I'm new? I'm not.
So you do know how to find the vice principal's office.
Of course I do.
Great. He'll be waiting for you whenever you're ready.
What the fuck? She like goes and grabs her stuff and walks out.
And Daisy, as you are walking in the hallway, and then I'll let you do this, you feel someone like slip their arm. You know how like you can like slip your arm in and do arm in arm with someone? You know what I'm talking about? They just come up behind you, and they sort of come in, and you hear like a
Before that
light
happens,
laugh.
can I do something just before that happens?
Yeah, sure.
Because Oliver's in our class, right?
Oh, for sure. Yes.
He's not going out with anyone now.
No,
No.
not currently.
As I get up from the table and I get my bag, I'm definitely going to lean over very prominently. Just make sure I'm, you know, presenting my best assets to him.
Okay. Oliver definitely looks, does not say anything.
I'm going to play the slow game over the course of a few hours, so maybe not that slow, but I'm just gonna wrap this up.
It's
Every time I
fun for
run past him in the
Daisy.
hallway, like maybe I sit out, like stand outside the door for a little bit, so that when he comes out, like he has to push past me a little bit, and then I will start walking down the corridor after saying goodbye to Adam, and then I'm like,
Yep, totally great. So then someone slips their arm in, and you hear a voice that's like, it sounds like a ringing of bells slightly in the background. It's so nice to meet you in person.
"Oh, hi, who are you? Are you new as well?"
You don't remember me? Not even my little old voice.
Eleanor,
Hi. I told you I was going to come for a visit.
didn't know you could do that.
I had to
Can
get
everyone else
special
see you?
permission, but I did.
Can everyone else see you, or is it just me?
They see what I want them to.
What does she look like?
She is, I think, quite a slight individual. She's got sort of very short cropped hair. Her features are quite angular and pointed. Her skin is sort of medium brown, but there's like, you can't tell if she just wears like a lot of highlighter or she's just naturally glowing. Her eyes are incredibly bright hazel, and she's dressed just like in a normal sort of green shirt, blue like jeans, like brownish jeans. She's
I like
got,
Chat's
a bag
suggestion
slung
that
over her
she's a
shoulder.
pixie cut.
Yeah, she might have a pixie cut. Lots of like little charms and stuff hanging off her bag. One arm in yours, holding the bag in the other one.
I didn't know you could do this.
Like I said, I had to get special permission.
Is it a special occasion?
Well, it was. It was your birthday, don't you remember? Did you not enjoy your present?
What present?
Don't be so coy.
What present? I didn't get anything. Well, my mum got me some stuff, but
This isn't from your mother. How's she doing, by the way?
she's doing okay. She got me a load of makeup and said that, you know, she gave me a card.
Cute mortal things.
You know, said, you hoped I put it to good use.
You did get the letter from your father, though.
Did I get a letter from my father?
Yes, that was
Okay.
the mysterious letter that you got.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got a weird letter.
And then she sort of pauses, pulls away from you, and looks at you like, you don't know.
I get that a lot.
This is going to be fun. That's exactly what I said when I asked for permission. She like boops you on the nose and then turns and walks away and just fades into the crowd.
Huh, okay, that was strange.
Poor Daisy. And then you hear a voice call back, just call on me whenever you need me. Let's have some fun.
I like fun. I could do with some fun. Gonna go to class.
Oh. Poor Daisy. I almost feel bad.
I almost feel bad, says Lauren. Keyword almost.
All right, friends. What is everybody up to now? There's a lot of stuff going on. I think I've sown many a plot.
I'm on my way to the
Tiffany,
principal's office,
you have
but
a
if I
meeting
see
with the vice
Oliver
principal.
on the way, I definitely would like to talk to him about our date that we're supposed to go on tonight.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
for
could
sure.
you've definitely
Yeah.
seen me push past him as I'm leaving, like in the doorway.
Totally.
Great.
I think that'd be great.
Do you want to start with that, talking to Oliver, or do we, does Cecil and or Adam have something they want to jump to?
I have no ideas at the moment, so I'll think about it.
You don't want to jump off another roof, or
That's fair. I did just,
Done
you
it.
know, kill you and then have your best friend have a freak out again. So
I think as we're getting up and kind of making our way out of the class, I may be like I bump into Tiffany briefly. It's like, oh, I did see you there. Oh, you're new, right? I'm new too, but like less new. I could like show you around.
I am not new. I don't know why everyone keeps saying that, but I'm not, and I definitely do not need your help.
Oh, right, yeah. Did you have the flu?
No, ugh, that's disgusting. People who have the flu are gross and just need to shower and wash their hands.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Tiffany has a medical advice column, which is just like, you're gross. Her response to everyone.
It's like, oh, okay then. Have a nice day. And I was gonna
Yeah, you too, I guess. She just
escape
walks away,
rapidly.
like stomps off.
That person wasn't nice. Wait, what was I doing again?
Oh, so bad. And I guess I'm looking for Oliver. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you find him. He's on his way out of the classroom. So probably like after, as Daisy's talking to her new friend Eleanor, who came for a visit, you can run across Oliver. He's surrounded by, you know, his people and chatting gregariously with all of them like, yes, I'm perfect.
Oliver.
Just a second. I was talking to someone. Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, I just wanted to chat with you about yesterday and see if we're still on.
I am so sorry. You're going to have to remind me what we talked to about yesterday. I had a lot of conversations with a lot of people.
I had like a really personal conversation with you though. Like, you drove me home. You don't remember that?
I definitely didn't drive you home, but
You
I haven't-
definitely did.
I'm really
What is
sorry.
going on?
What is your name?
Tiffany?
Tiffany. I would remember driving someone home. I definitely didn't. Perhaps you have me confused with someone else. I am quite popular, and many people try and emulate me.
I'm so over it. And I would like to go darkest self, I think, if I can.
Yeah, you can 100% choose to go darkest self. So what happened? Like, please describe this moment for me, because this is like a turning point for Tiffany. She is leaning into her darkest self.
I think initially she is just, there's like this bottled up anger that she has. And in a little bit, something else will happen. But she's just going to push him out of the way, and she's going to go find a space that is private.
Okay. I look forward to you describing things happening in this private space. Okay. So over it. And like goes dark. And everything like zooms in on Tiffany. And then
I like
the
chat's
scene-
comment. Wait, there's a worse version of her?
She's pretty terrible.
All right. So Daisy, Adam, anything, or shall I make Josh decide what Cecil's up to?
I think not till the missing people start showing up.
That's totally fair. That's totally fair. I think Zoe might show up first because she didn't murder someone the night before. And she doesn't want to see what's happening with Tiffany.
You know what? At some point, when I've got a free period, Adam wants to teach me chemistry, or at least help me with chemistry.
It's true.
And at some point, I should really talk to my friends, so maybe I should take Adam to meet my friends in a free period.
Claire and Louise.
Oh, yeah. They're the best.
All right. Well, in which case, Zoe will arrive at school, I think probably sometime like an hour or so later. But she does not arrive with pomp or circumstance. She'll just suddenly be there. And, she's cleaned up. She's, took a shower, brushed the feathers out of her hair. Occasionally she's still like, like looks at trash and is like, maybe I should eat that. But none of you would notice that. There's lasting impacts where she's just like,
We've all had that kind of day.
she's always been a little like that. But yeah, so she will show up if you ever want to approach her, Adam. Carlos is not coming to school today, friends. He has just a lot to work through, so deal with that the way you want. Cecil, what do? You go.
Cecil, whilst scrubbing and disposing of bloody clothes and trying to find a new outfit that looks as cool, is having kind of a moral dilemma for the first time in his life.
Wow. Okay.
And I imagine Tiffany probably picks up on this. He is consumed by the fear of either losing an opportunity to go and see Tiffany or having something even worse happen with his friend Carlos than last night. So he's deciding whether to go to school or go to see Carlos.
I think
And
you hear in
he's-
your head, you hear a voice in your head, and it says, and it's Tiffany. And she's like, get to school. I have things that we need to discuss.
Oh no. Do you mind if I make a detour? I need to go see my friend.
Sure. I have a detour that I need to make anyway, too.
All right, where should we meet?
You know the place.
Oh. Yeah, and then
That's not happening today.
How many hungers can one go out? Never mind.
I haven't done it with Adam yet.
You haven't got the full set.
Oh, God.
That's when
Gotta
you
catch
shout
'em all.
Monster Hearts and you win.
STDs.
I mean, you took him to the top of a roof, but then you jumped off it, so...
Oh, we should have had sex first.
Perfect.
You should have sex while jumping off it. There you go. Get all of those hungers.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
Well, that's
Okay,
about the
so
same
you're
amount
gonna
of
go to Carlos.
time. Yeah, he's gonna run to Carlos's after having showered and found
Yeah.
new clothes. Yeah. That's what
Okay. Okay. Do you want to do anything, Adam, with Zoe when she shows up, or should we just continue with?
I think this is gonna be terrible for Zoe because she just went through this whole rigmarole to humiliate Tiffany. I think this time, usually she stares at Adam. Adam says, "Oh hi." This time she stares at Adam, and Adam just keeps looking forward at whatever he's doing.
We just see, we see this one
Writing
little
in
scene,
books.
and Tiffany comes in, and she's like, "Sorry," and mumbles something about being late. Goes to whatever class it is that the two of you share, sits in the back of it, and is staring at you. And then you
I
don't
never-
look
I
at
never
her,
say
and
hi.
it just the ominous anime darkness around her just gets more and more intense.
Anime darkness music. Okay.
It's fine. We're gonna end out of this scene pretty quickly, but okay. That's what happens with Zoe. You could have caused this girl to do so many terrible things, Adam. It's clearly your fault. She's not responsible for her own actions whatsoever.
No.
Okay. Then in which case, let's have Cecil running to Carlos's place. I assume you're going via the window again, as usual.
Yeah, he wouldn't even not
Yeah.
throw a stone first. He'd just suddenly be out the window boom. Carlos.
Just because I can, because I'm this person. Carlos was not expecting you to show up, and he has just showered. He's not facing the window. He has a towel. He's drying his hair. He's very naked. He is very, very toned.
Makes sense.
When you make the thunking noise, he turns around for a moment to the window, realizes all of this, and just freaks out and pulls the towel off of his head and stands there, wraps it around his
Falls off.
oh shit. Carlos runs to the window, flings it open,
Just
and
stood there
grabs you single-handedly, pulling you into the room.
Hey, buddy.
And pulls you onto the ground. He's like, "Sorry, I was just finished taking a shower. I'm gonna grab some clothes and get changed."
Yeah. I had to do the same thing. It was a lot of stuff. How's it going?
I'm gonna put some clothes on. And he goes
Yep.
to stores, grabs some clothes, leaves the room, goes to the bathroom, changes.
You hear in your head, oh, so that's who Carlos is.
I just want to know, what feeling went through? What feeling does Tiffany get in that moment with Cecil?
Probably. Well, you can feel my fears, so no. It's a feeling of this is my very attractive best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
That's fair. Oh, well.
Lauren's like,
Lauren
her
tried.
soul
I
is
tried.
crushed. Yeah.
I do what I can. It's fine. I'll find someone else for Carlos. He comes back in. He opens the door. He's finished drying
I
his
don't
hair.
think
and
he swings that way, EE.
It happens. It happens. It's okay. And Carlos is fully closed now. Stands there.
Just have someone
in
shooting through the
his
window.
room, closes his door, and he's like, "There's no one else home right now. Everyone's either at school or at work. Hungry or anything? Can you grab a snack?"
Yeah, I'm real hungry.
Okay, let's go to the kitchen. He like leads you downstairs and pulls out pizza from the all of the pizza from the night before. This is a new takeout pizza.
Oh, cheers.
Like-
What are you having?
He puts like 2 slices of pizza on your plate and then just proceeds to eat the rest of the box of the pizza. I eat a lot.
I pull the pizza box back towards me, take another slice. Yeah, me too. Surprisingly, being dead for a few weeks makes you real hungry.
What happened, man? Why didn't you tell me?
Honestly, I didn't really know what happened, and I'm still not sure. I get the feeling Daisy might know.
Why would
But-
Daisy know?
She mentioned something weird about like being with me on the same day, because I can't really remember anything from that day, but she said she was there. I don't know. And I don't know what's happening. Apparently, it's like a fairy curse, which does.
That sounds
So-
bad. He like rolls up like half a slice of pizza, just eating it like a burrito.
Well, I mean, what happened with you? Is it true about the silver and the biting and the?
I think there was biting. We were on a camping trip. Someone sneezes in the background. We were on a camping trip. I wandered out in the woods. I don't really remember a whole lot that happened. It was big and sort of furry, and there was claws and teeth, and then I woke up, and then like a month later, full moons. They're uncomfortable now.
Yeesh. I mean, could be worse. Could
How so?
be. I don't know. I always thought of vampires had it tough with only being able to go out in the night and just like garlic. How common's
True.
garlic?
Garlic's
At least
so
yours
good,
is
man.
silver.
Yeah, I haven't like been around a lot of silver stuff. My family doesn't really have like silver hanging around, so I don't really know if that part's true, but like it probably is. But it's not just full moons.
Oh, it's like gibbous moons or waxing like
I don't really know. I just sometimes it's only happened a couple times when I have like a lot of big feelings. It just sort of happens. I don't really seem to have a lot of control over it. And it goes away when I hurt someone or something.
seems not that dissimilar to mine. I don't know what it is, but sometimes I just want things. You know what I
Like
mean?
what?
Like deep in my gut, there's this weird sound. Sometimes.
No, that's probably just because you're hungry, man.
Food doesn't do it.
Huh.
Like I've done a couple of really stupid things now because when I do it, it feels Feels like I'm completing part of myself. You know?
Does
Just
sound like some sort of curse, I guess. That's what you said?
Yeah. Well, that's what Zoe said. Because ding ding.
Yeah. What?
Witch.
That's what she said.
Mm.
She talked me down when you died. I wasn't really sure what to do because you were dead, and I thought you were gonna actually stay dead, like most things do. But she told me you were gonna come back, and you did, so she wasn't wrong. And then she turned into no, she didn't see that part, but she was super chill about it. That was weird.
She's super chill about most stuff, but I think it's that kind of intense chill. Like, I think she's a tsundere.
Gosh, she's so tsundere.
Right?
Ugh.
And I don't know who it's for. It's probably me, but like, I
You
don't.
think she has a crush on you?
I mean, she talked to me a
Maybe,
lot.
like-
She was like asking me to help her with this thing. I don't think
Be
that.
like wingman for you again?
No, I've fucked up a lot recently, and I shouldn't ask you to do that again.
It's cool. He takes a deep breath. He like shoves the last bit of the pizza like.
Yeah, at this
Takes a
point
deep
we've
breath.
both finished copious amounts of food.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like you finish the pizza and he's like dug around for other stuff and he's sort of like, I get it. You don't have any of the same feelings that I have, and I'll get through them. Hopefully we'll get through them without like ripping someone's throat out again. That'd be great.
Well, I mean,
I don't mind
next
helping you,
time,
man.
clearly we need to have like a chase across a cliff and then maybe up a building. And I really liked the bit at the beginning of James Bond where he jumped from one crane to another. And like, if I miss, I'll just try it again next time. Sorry. Serious though.
This is why you're my friend.
I don't have. Well, I do have feelings for you. I think you're amazing as a friend, and I'm sorry I hurt you.
No,
should've-
it's my fault.
I should have
didn't tell
said.
you. I can't expect someone to know what I'm thinking or what I'm feeling if I don't tell them. And I was too afraid that you just wouldn't like me anymore, even as a friend. So I didn't tell you anything. But, dude, I'm gay. I'm like super gay.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
That's why you have those magazines in your bathroom.
Yeah, it's why I really. What's that anime called? Lauren's completely
Yuri on
forgetting.
Ice.
Yuri on Ice. It's like Yuri on Ice is like my favorite anime, man.
You kept saying that, and I was like, I mean, yeah, it's good, but no, I get it now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're still my best friend.
Same.
So
I'm really sorry I ripped your throat out. It's super. Your blood tastes weird, man.
thanks.
I don't know. Like, not that I've done. Okay, I've done this like once, but not that I've like eaten a lot of glitter in my life. But like, it kind of tasted like glitter. I don't know why.
Dead people taste like glitter now. That's messed up.
No, just you.
Just me.
I want to be really clear right now, though. You're the only human that I've killed.
Right.
Just to be
Well, note for
super-
next time.
Super clear on that.
Because obviously teeth and it's really, really warm, and there's a lot of slobber, and like dying is uncomfortable enough, so like dying whilst there's like spit and like growling is a lot.
All right, fine then. Go jump off a building or something, man.
Did you have sex last night or did you die? I'm very confused right now. Just want to clarify.
I just.
What kind of sex do you
Really?
have any?
Doggy style, obviously.
Right.
So yeah, the whole again, like not a lot of control, like very wolf brain in that moment. There's not really a lot of higher level thinking going on, man.
Okay. Just make sure everyone sees it next time, because that would be cool.
No, because then they take me to the pound, and then I wake up as a human in the pound.
Oh shit!
And then they kill
okay,
me.
Okay, fine. No, we'll figure this out, but later. Ed,
He like pauses for a second. He puts his hand on your arm, and he like grips it. And it's a little intense, and he looks at you very intently. He's like, "You can't fucking tell anyone, man."
whoa, I promise. I promise I won't tell anyone.
Good.
No, I really want to tell everyone. Sorry. A lot of secrets going around at the moment. You know Adam's weird. I haven't figured out whether he's not a witch. I mean, there might just be one of each, which would be weird. But
No, I mean, but there's also like a couple hundred other students in our school, but we only really care about like 5 of them. So there could be witches among all of those other students. Someone else is probably dead and a werewolf. And
yeah, but I
think I've
find
been a
that
student
unlikely because if they were, then we'd hear stories about them, right? We're the people we hear stories about.
Cecil,
there's
you
no
are
one
acting
outside
like we as teenagers care about anyone other than ourselves.
Oof.
I care lots about other people.
Such
Like
as.
Tiffany and Daisy. And the fact that I totally want to go out with both of them. Help me with that, dude.
Yeah, that seems like a you problem, man. Like you either got to figure out a way to like have, you know, a positive, open relationship, or like you got to fucking pick.
Did I not just tell you about the thing where I want stuff?
Yeah.
Damn the consequences.
Well, then you're gonna have to deal with them, man.
There are no consequences. I'm 80, 70-ish. So, like, my actions don't have consequences unless someone else lets them.
I mean, that tracks. Yeah, you know, I murdered a person and he came back to life, so clearly my actions don't have consequences either.
Exactly.
So what was Zoe doing? Why were you hanging out with her?
It was a thing. We should get to school.
I don't really feel up. I should probably go to school, shouldn't I?
If you don't want to do it, I'll cover for you, man.
Nah, it's cool. Like a deep growl comes out along with a sigh. All right, let's go.
We can do this. Also, there's going to be something really funny going on at school. I think we'll really enjoy this.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We'll find out.
So the two of you head over to school.
Yeah, we both get our helmets on and our bikes, and we're like,
Yeah, you get on your bikes. You get on your bikes. Meanwhile, back at school, shall we go to the vice principal's office?
Sure.
Was there something else you were planning, Tiffany?
Yeah, but we can do that after.
No, you can do whatever it was you were planning first. The vice principal kind of will forget about you until you show up.
Oh, perfect then.
So like, they're just expecting you to go at some point. You decide what you want to do with that.
Tiffany
They're gonna
will
like
go
look
to-
down and they'll be like, "Huh, Tiffany hasn't shown up yet," and then just like move on. Something else. In there.
Okay, that's fine then. Perfect. Tiffany pushes Oliver out of the way and has that conversation with Cecil through
Yes, you're dirty
telepathy, and then goes to the girls' bathroom, checks to see if there's anyone in there. Is there anyone in there?
Nah, we'll say it's empty. Unless you
I
want
wanted
someone
a
to be in
moment
there.
where she just bullied someone out of the bathroom.
Oh, then yeah,
I can
someone's in
totally
there.
be that. I can totally be that. Bully me. Go on.
No.
Nah, it's
Okay.
some random person in the bathroom stall.
Now it's not as cool if it's faked.
What do you want? Let me give you what you want.
I know. She kicks open the door that the person's in and is like,
Yeah.
"Get out now."
Pull up their underwear and like book it.
She puts moves the garbage can in the way of the door and like anything else that's there to
Yeah.
push up against the door. And she is gonna go in like the furthest stall, close the door, and something weird happens. So from the viewer's perspective, Tiffany's face comes apart, and inside is a tiny little creature that has like 5 eyeballs and weird pod legs and arms. And she's gonna phone home. Everyone in chat's like, what?
I totally forgot that I was the only one who knew what her origin was.
This is legit like an anime.
Like,
you don't know what's gonna happen.
Tiny alien
I
inside.
thought Adam was the one with the skin suit.
Yeah, continue describing what happened.
So she's phoning home. So she waits
How-
until she gets a message back.
I feel like the message comes back in like a language that does not sound like English or make any sense.
Oh yeah, we're both communicating in a weird, gargly noise. Yeah, totally. But we will translate for the viewers.
Yes. Hello. We have heard your message.
Lauren's like sex phone call. Hello.
Hello.
Your darkest
Meanwhile-
self is you just call for like the purge of the planet. You're like, yep, they're not good enough. Purge the planet,
Yeah.
start over again.
Josh is
Contra
correct.
Beta Prime has received your call. How may I direct you?
And I think you just get like this old smoker voice type of thing, and because that's really what is inside Tiffany is like this really old ass alien, and the alien's like, I've been here for 9 years, and now I'm sick of these kids. Josh is so They're revolting.
Institute takeover procedures.
Can you
have
send those
full
over again?
permission.
Do you say abort a mission?
No, you have full permission.
Oh, okay.
Deal with them. Establish control.
Roger that. This will be fun. I've waited a really long time for this one. Her face closes back up. And
It's just like it's closing back up. You leave like one tentacle out and it goes.
and she opens the bathroom door doll. She like fixes her face and her makeup, makes sure everything looks good, moves everything out of the way, and comes out of the bathroom.
So one thing that we've never fully established, Tiffany's adopted.
I am adopted. Because people are like,
Yep, that tracks. Yep.
We now know who the big bad we need to defeat is. It's an alien armada.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
trust me, that's not the only problem you've got right now.
It's okay. We'll just do a Captain Marvel. Just it's fine.
This is the site where the war happens.
Yeah. All right, Tiffany, you step out of the bathroom. So I have a question for you then.
Mhm.
How does this felt like a different person or persona? Is
Yeah.
Tiffany like how do those two things interact?
I think she kind of has taken over Tiffany.
Okay, so this is like a parasite,
Yeah,
but Tiffany is a separate consciousness in some ways.
correct.
Okay,
Correct.
cool.
And she's going to the principal's office.
Tiffany does what she's supposed to do. All right, so you're at the vice principal's office, and you knock on the door, and they're like, oh, yes, come in. Looks, checks notes. It's Mr. Burgess. Tiffany.
It's really weirding me out because I actually work with someone whose name is his last name is Burgess, and I'm imagining him as my principal, and it's A little weird. Yeah, so she sits down and she's like, Principal Burgess. So what can I was told I needed to come here. What can I help you with?
Right, yes. I received some messages from a teacher.
Mhm.
You are recently joining us, and I've been getting some alarming pieces of information that you are making certain students uncomfortable.
Do you think I could make someone feel uncomfortable, Principal Burgess?
Well,
look at me.
I don't know you that well, and based on everything that they're telling me, yes.
Do I make you feel uncomfortable?
He pauses for a second, and he looks at you. You see he's thinking about something. Not in this moment.
That's what I thought. But what I'm thinking is I can totally help you out because I know you probably have so much to do here. That, maybe there's something I can do around here to help out.
This, as much as I appreciate your kind offer, this isn't about that conversation. This is about how you're making students uncomfortable. Were you aware that you were saying things about them behind their back? And
No, I'm pretty sure I was saying it very loudly. They were the ones saying
Right.
it behind my back.
I would love to hear in your own words what's going on.
Well, first of all, I'm not new to this school, although everyone keeps saying I am. So that's the first thing. Secondly, my friends who used to be my friends are not acting like my friends anymore, which is really annoying. One of them actually blocked me on social media, which is like a huge no-no. And then beyond that, I could just keep going.
Please do, and I am listening, but I need to pull something up, and then he goes into a filing cabinet by his desk. You don't necessarily see what he's doing down there, and he's like flipping through something while you're talking.
Can I attack the teacher?
Yeah,
Can I like knock him out?
you can try.
Eat his brains.
You want to lash out physically?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Or,
many
like,
music.
he pulls
bits
up
in this character.
pulls up a thing saying Tiffany and opens it. And is like, this is full of information about it too. And then like a knife
That's
goes through his
exactly.
head.
He's looking for his file on Tiffany.
Okay.
Uh,
So
But
I
while
was assuming
he's
like
doing
the face
this,
would
while
open
he's-
and then the eyeball creature would just raise a tiny pistol.
this is gonna go bad for me because I have -1 to volatile.
Well, let's see what happens.
I fail.
All right, so you
Oh,
fail.
just-
Narrate me through how you're lashing out physically, because that'll determine what his response is.
I think she grabs something off his desk and goes to knock him out.
So do you think you fail because he like sits up too quickly and so you've just grabbed the thing off his desk? Or do you think you fail because like he stops you somehow? I'll kind of let you just you decide.
Ooh. I think
'Cause it
either
could just
is
be a timing
fine.
thing and you're like,
Hmm.
but
Yeah, I
or,
guess
like,
she's just holding his like whatever it is that I grabbed off the desk.
Best head teacher award.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's like a paperweight. Like it's one of those big orbs with like some pretty blown glass in
Yeah.
it. And you're like holding
holding
this
it, and
and
she's
he
like,
like leans up.
Oh, this is so pretty.
Thank you. Thank you for everything you just told me. I will do my best to investigate why it seems people are behaving as they are.
That would be great.
And he like puts his folder on the desk, but his hands are like covering the center of it. Feel free to head back to class. If I discover anything, I'll let you know.
Will you really?
Of course.
Look, Principal Burgess, that's it, right? Anyways, you know my parents have a lot of money, and so if there's something that maybe we could donate to your school or whatever it might be to make this problem go away, that might be helpful. And if you have any information, sharing that with me would be mucho helpful. And I'm
You-
spending my bot loyalty.
Ooh, Ooh, I like it. Okay.
You can give a side character a string on you to tempt them to do your bidding.
Sorry, I discovered
So if he gets information, he shares it with me.
Yeah, so if he gets information, so he will take a string on you. And he looks at you and he smiles. And in this case, I could tell you, like, I don't think he has any requirements for it. And he says, that is an incredibly generous offer. And I will do everything in my power to find out what's going on. And
That
to
would
tell
be
you
great.
everything you need to know.
I would love that. Ta-ta! And she like leaves the room. Close the door.
Bye, Tiffany. He seemed
It's
like he was
Tiffany!
grumpy.
And she walks away.
And he pulls his hands off of the thing that he was looking at, and you see on the front of it is that same sort of like symbol that we saw this folder before. It was like sitting on his desk, and it says on it, God, I had this written down, but I haven't had to deal with this yet. It says the BUP classified information. And he flips it over and he starts flipping through it, and his face is just like incredibly confused by everything that he's looking at.
Interesting.
As he begins flipping through his file on, and at the top of it, it says, what's your last name?
Her last name? Kang.
Kang, comma, Tiffany. Or yes, probably like Kang, comma, T. Okay, so he has a string on you. Nice.
Class ass alien.
Tiffany, you head out. And I feel like that may be right around the time that Cecil and Carlos show up at the school. Because you had your phone call with home.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe it's lunchtime. Let's say it's lunchtime. This sounds like a good time for everybody to, like, the bell rings. Everyone like scrambles out to their various different places for lunch. And
It's
actually, this was a
lunchtime
perfect
right
place
now.
for us to take a break. And we'll come back for lunch.
Right, we'll be taking the break. So we'll be back in about 8-10 minutes. Feel free to go get a drink, etc. Enjoy your lunch break. And we'll be back shortly with more Men in Black, XCOM, something?
Well, also with witches and fae.
Yeah, this is like an interesting combination of genres.
Yeah, it's multiple genres mashed into
This
one.
is
And I love it.
basically an anime.
Because of all the backgrounds, we've got a fae, we've got an alien, like I had to mash them together, and I was very pleased with that.
Worked
We'll be
out.
back in a bit. Enjoy some feta.
I wanna get to your clothes, gotta get it right now. I wanna push all the limits with you right now. So watch your feelings, the city's screaming, we're not coming home tonight. We're living quick in the world, gotta get it right now. People talk and tell what you wanna hear now, but they all disappear, they will let you down. So we better stick together, let's come whatever, we're not coming home tonight. We're living quick in the world, gotta get it right now. We only need the two of us together. I need only you in this crazy world, 'cause we got love, love. I need only you here with me. Close to me, why don't you do it right now? You know we met for a reason, but you're trying to deny that we should be together. It's heavy weather, we're heading for tonight. You better take what you can, 'cause the time is right now. We only need the two of us. We only need the two of us together. I need only you in this crazy world, 'cause we got love, love. I need only you here with me. People talk and tell what you wanna hear now, but they will disappear, they will let you down. So we better stick together, let's come whatever, we're not coming home tonight. We're living quick in the wild, gotta get it right now. We only need the two of us together. I need only you in this crazy world, 'cause we got love, love. I need only you here with me. I wanna get to your goals, gotta get it right now. Yeah, push all the limits with you right now. I wanna get to your clothes, gotta get it right now. I wanna push all the limits with you right now. So watch your feelings, the city's screaming, we're not coming home tonight. We're living quick in the world, gotta get it right now. People talk and tell what you wanna hear now, but they all disappear, they will let you down. So we better stick together, let's come whatever, we're not coming home tonight. We're living quick in the wild, gotta get it right now. We only need the two of us together. I need only you in this crazy world, 'cause we got love, love. I need only you here with me. Close to me, why don't you do it right now? You know we met for a reason, but you're trying to deny that we should be together. It's heavy weather, we're heading for tonight. You better take what you can, 'cause the time is right now. We only need the two of us. living quick in the wild, gotta get it right now. We only need the two of us together. I need only you in this crazy world. 'Cause we got love, love. I need only you here with me. I wanna get to your goals, gotta get it right now. Yeah, push all the limits with you right now.
It's not my fault. You've been lying, saying that I took away your peace. Drowning by yourself, now you wanna blame me. Like you have no options. I ain't take your options. Nah, I'm not the problem. Man, that's on you, yeah. You've been terrorizing me, yeah, I'm always wrong. I knew you lost your mind when you dropped that bomb. Girl, are you crazy? Yeah, you must be crazy. I've been thinking lately it's you. You stole your peace, put it on me. Baby, it's you. Lying like a rat, but take your stuff back. Baby, it's you. Baby, it's you. Say whatever and I would never hear. You've been flexing everywhere. Girl, look in the mirror. Man, you so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you. You stole your peace, put it on me. But baby, it's you. Lying like a rat, but take your stuff back. Baby, it's you. Baby, it's you. If I control the weather, then every day would rain on your parade. Shine, you can't chase, yeah. If I was Father Time, then I would change the day. So I never saw your face. What do I have to do to make you go? Oh,
everyone. Welcome back. You had your mouth full of E, so it didn't seem like you were ready to talk. So I figured
I
I
did.
would just take it.
Yep.
Hello and welcome back. You are watching Monster Hearts. We have just a lot. There's just a lot. We discovered in the first half that Cecil, I can't deny, he had his throat ripped out by his best friend Carlos, who is a werewolf, who was totally in love with him and gay, but is accepting the fact that that is not a reciprocated feeling. Zoe is a witch, and she hates Tiffany, and she cursed Tiffany so that no one can remember who she is. So now Tiffany's her darkest self, and also an alien. So with that, I think we're ready to just dive right back into the action now that I have thoroughly summarized everything that happened in the first half. So where do we want to pick up? It's lunchtime. The bell has rung. Everyone is flooding out of the classroom.
Adam and Daisy.
Yeah, Adam and Daisy, were you studying at lunchtime, or were you going to study at a different time?
Probably like the period before lunch, because it'll be quieter, and like that's when you get like the study areas.
Yeah, then let's do
works.
just before lunch. We'll have the study scene, and then we'll jump to Carlos and Cecil arriving at lunchtime, and Cecil doing whatever he's going to do with Tiffany. So we find ourselves in a little study room, probably somewhere off of the library. Claire and Louise are already in there. They are already chatting with each other. Really, I think I said Claire was the chatty one and Louise is the quiet one in the background who just follows whatever Claire does because she's afraid of Claire.
Yeah, that's
so Louise is probably like actually looking through the book, very confused about the concept of chemistry, and Claire is like on her phone being like, oh my god, this like creeper girl is so creepy, did you see blah 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 blah, and she's like looking at all the hashtags on the internet. And Daisy, do you walk in with Adam or separately?
I'll probably walk in with Adam.
Okay.
Yeah. So like Daisy walks in just in front of
you're
Adam.
Late. She doesn't even
yeah.
look up.
I brought Adam. He's better at chemistry than me, so he can help as well.
Hi, I'm not sure, but I'll try.
Claire kind of like pauses for a second and looks, and she's like, Daisy, you're supposed to ask permission if you bring anyone to study group, because I don't know, bringing someone might not reflect well on us. You're supposed to be the smart one, and if you can't help us, maybe we should just not have you part of the study group.
Can I bring Adam to study group then?
Asking when you get here is not the same thing as asking for prior permission. Jeez, right, Louise? Louise is like, yeah, it's totally not the same thing.
Isn't this just a classroom?
Wait, it's our study room. We always have it every... What day is it? Thursday?
Sure.
Friday. We always have it every Friday at second period.
Okay.
I guess you can join us. Sit down. She's still looking at her phone.
Yeah. Adam's in chemistry with me.
Great. Good for you.
Where do we want to start?
So, did you see all of this stuff about Creeper Girl? And she like scrolls through the stuff.
Oh yeah,
Just
I think her name was
intense.
Trinity.
Pretending she was dating Oliver or something. Weird. Oliver's never driven someone home. I know. I've tried.
He drove me home once.
Right. Well, he's never driven anyone important home.
Adam looks kind of confused.
So hydrocarbons?
Yeah, they're got carbon and hydro in them.
Isn't like hydro like a water thing? Like you're supposed to hydrocarbon when you're like tired or something?
Daisy writes
That
down
seems
in
right.
her like notes. So carbon and water equals hydrocarbon.
So,
Well, it's almost right. It's close.
how are things going with you and what's his face? The
Cecil.
boring one. The weirdo? The nerd.
Cecil?
Cecil's not boring.
Yeah, sure, whatever his name is.
Boring?
He jumped off a building. That was too not boring.
Whatever. That was just a stupid rumor that was going around. He like fell out of a first story window. It's
No,
not
he
even
jumped off a
cool.
roof.
He like slipped and fell.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know, I felt,
Are you two still like, macking on each other?
I don't know, I felt mad at him the other day. He did something, or I did something, and we had a,
You probably did something.
yeah, so maybe? But I think Oliver's still into me, so
Really?
he was totally checking me out earlier.
Yeah, but there's a difference between being like, that's a hot piece of ass, and that's a hot piece of ass that I would date. I
Yeah.
really feel like we've clarified. Honey, I know. You just want to get back together with him, but like, really, he's never going to lower his standards that much.
Daisy nods.
What does that mean?
What does what mean?
Lowered standards.
Really? You need me to explain like the high school pecking order for you?
Well, I mean, I totally know it, but what do you think it is?
Oliver's at the top, and people like you are at the bottom.
Why?
Because people like him are smart and charismatic and popular, and you're not.
But so?
It's not that hard to
why do you need to
understand.
be popular? What's even important of that?
Popular is how you like get things like that you want, how you get stuff done. I don't know why I'm trying to explain this to you. Like, you're never gonna get there. So, and that's okay. Some people just stay at the bottom. We need all parts of those things for like, what's it called? That thing where life is all together in a big mush. An echolocation.
What?
I'm sitting at the bottom.
And she's like, Louise, you know what I'm talking about. She's like, yeah, you mean an ecosystem. Exactly, that thing. That's why I keep Louise here.
So where are you standing then?
Sadly, right now, not as high as I would like to be. But we're working on it.
Adam's not at the bottom.
I guess you're right. He's kind of new and bland. We could work on that, though. If you don't want to be at the bottom, like, you have a lot of potential. Like, look at Daisy. She used to be at the bottom, and now she's not.
People keep telling me about potential. I don't like potential. Seems stupid. Doesn't make any sense.
That's the attitude. You gotta like go against the grain, go against the curve. Rebels are cool.
Then why is there a system?
Because you can't buck the system if there isn't a system.
But the system's about who's you said you wanted to be higher up in the standing, but now you're saying that that system is dumb and you shouldn't do it?
Oh, no. I was talking about the system that you were talking about. Being potential, like caring about what adults think.
Oh.
You can pick one or the other. You can either be popular or you can be unpopular, but like unpopularity can come with things like infamy, which is like a different kind of popularity. I know, it's confusing. I wouldn't expect you to understand.
People keep saying stuff like that as well. You sound a lot like the grown-ups you're saying you're not like.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you could choose to be a rebel if you wanted to. It's probably your best shot.
I like Adam the way he is.
Okay, you can be boring too, that's fine. So, chemistry. What do I need to know for the test?
And look around. Is like, well, you gotta read the books.
No, that's what you're for. What do I need to know for the test? I feel like I was too mean with this character, and neither of you know what to do.
I think Adam is like, what's going on here? I don't get. Like, he's just kind of looking around confused.
Hydrocarbons are carbon and water.
Okay, hydrocarbons. Write that down, Louise. So besides telling her everything that you need to know for the test, do either of you do anything in this study session besides just sit there and let me say mean things to you?
I think it's like Adam kind of sits back and watches this dynamic happen, and he's like, Daisy, can we talk for a minute?
Sure.
Yeah, whatever, go.
Daisy's like got her arms crossed across her front, and she stands outside. Yeah.
We step out of the
There's
room, and
just
I'm
a
like,
Tiffany
why are you just
wannabe.
like why are you just telling her all the stuff? You just spent all that time like reading it, and now you're just telling her all the bits she needs to know?
Yeah, it's a study group.
Yeah, but like, she's not studying, she's just reading her phone.
But she is studying. She's copying my notes.
That's just copying.
A study group.
That doesn't make sense. She's not helping you with anything.
She she keeps me in the know with all the gossip and stuff going on.
Well, why is that important?
She lets me hang out with them.
But she just says mean stuff to you and makes you do her work. Like, what if you weren't there? Then she'd have to...
That's just the way she is.
Well, she's mean.
I don't think she means it really.
It kind of looks like it. And she keeps talking about, like, you've got to be cool, and that means being popular, and so... And then it just so happens that, like, she's really good at that and we're not? That doesn't seem right. Why does she get to decide?
What else do I do?
I don't know, I've met plenty of nicer people so far.
Do you think that new girl's nice? Maybe we should go talk to her.
I don't know, she was a bit rude to me.
Okay.
Keeps talking about how she's been here, but then she said she didn't have the flu. I don't get it.
Maybe she's got a fever from the flu. That can make you a little bit delirious.
Okay, yeah, maybe that's it. You could try and talk to her and see if she's nice.
Or we could go talk to Carlos. He seemed really nice.
He's not here. He's been gone for like a day and a half.
Maybe when he gets back.
If he gets back. I need to talk to him anyway.
Oh, I know. Maybe we can go back in and try and make this work, you know? They're my friends still.
They're not very good friends.
They mean well. They've been my friends for years.
They don't seem like friends. I kind of want to see what happens if we just leave them and then they have to work it out for themselves. Like, there's a test coming up, right? If you don't help them, what happens?
But then they'd probably not do as well.
That sounds good to me. That sounds like fun.
That's kind of mean.
Oh, they've been mean to you.
Okay.
If they want to be your friends, they should be your actual friends instead of just getting help off you, and then you can help them. Maybe they need to learn that they need you. And I kind of want to see what happens.
Yeah. Sure. Can you still help with chemistry, though? I don't really understand it.
Okay, sure. I still don't like. I get my book out and I'm like, I still don't get it. Like, it keeps talking about moles, but I thought they were an animal.
They're also a thing you get on your face. I've got one on my.
Yeah, that too. There's too many things that have the same word.
So the two of you head somewhere else to go to study with just the two of you.
Before we go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I can still give them someone to talk to.
Huh?
I don't know.
There's kind of a confusion, half understanding going on, because Adam already knows there's some weirdness happening with that leaf. And he's like, you're gonna... Huh.
I think I still... Oh, I gotta figure out, because she showed up.
Yeah, do you want me to roll dark?
No, I think actually...
Oh, is it cold? Dark.
No. It's normally gaze into the abyss for dark, but she's an NPC now, not just a voice. So you still get to speak to the abyss. It just won't be Eleanor. So you hear like the ringing of the sort of chimes, and then and perhaps even without realizing it, Adam, there's like a person standing there, and she has her arm in arm with Daisy.
Sorry, I didn't see you. Hi.
Hi.
She's visible now.
You're the one who talked to me earlier. That was fun.
Oh, you were in... There was a thing with a leaf and... Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you need? Daisy.
Can you go keep my friends company?
I love keeping people company. Okay, we'll have fun.
You have fun too.
Let me know when you want them back. We're gonna take a little trip.
Okay, that sounds fun. I think they'll like that.
They always do. Did you tell them to eat the food or not eat the food? Or did you tell them anything?
What food?
Good. She boops you on the nose again.
Okay.
And then she's gone. And then you hear the sound of bells and ringing. And you look inside the room. Like if you look through, like there's a little window, there was sort of a moment and they're gone.
Yeah, Daisy probably goes
Her
back
books
to like get her bag a few
table.
moments later when she realizes she didn't bring it out. It's like, oh, I guess they went on a trip somewhere.
Right. They're not gonna have fun on this trip, are they?
I probably will. Eleanor's always been good to me. Well, she's helpful, but sometimes it can be a bit fickle? Ephemeral.
Like tries to remember what that word means, has heard it like once before. Okay. That sounds like it works.
You know what? You're helping me so much. What's going on with you?
I'm just trying to learn. Also, someone, I think it was Cecil, said I should try and be slightly more mean. Like if you're too nice, it's weird. So this seems like fun.
That 100% seems like a Cecil thing.
You shouldn't be mean to people. I guess maybe like if they really deserve it or something. But
I mean, if they're being mean to you, you gotta show them what it's like so they know to stop.
but then when does the cycle end?
Well, it's like if you're as mean to them as they are to you, then it's fair, right?
guess.
Maybe after you've been mean to them, they'll realize that they shouldn't have done it all along, and then they'll be nice. I guess it's happened now. We'll find out.
Adam. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Daisy like puts out touches your puts out her hand, touches your arm, and like gives it a squeeze. I appreciate that.
Adam is like kind of confused, and then does an identical arm squeeze back.
Ish.
It's the exact same amount of pressure.
Calibrating circuit. No, I'm just kidding.
You hear
So, gonna do anything else? I'm gonna.
I'm tempted to give Adam a leaf, but I don't know.
It's up to you.
Has he earned a leaf?
If not, we'll skip to lunchtime.
Ooh,
I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Lunchtime. Tiffany, whatever it is, Cecil, Carlos, you two arrive.
Is Tiffany waiting behind the bike sheds?
Yeah.
So, Cecil leads Carlos away from the bike sheds, but to a place where we can see like just behind them, and then points and says, "So, you know that girl over there, right?"
No.
Yeah,
Who's that?
exactly. So
Exactly. I don't know her. Should I know her? Oh God, did I forget someone again? Oh no, when's her birthday?
again, what? Oh no, what? I don't know her birthday. Oh wait, no, I probably do know. I've forgotten her
No,
birthday. That's probably
she's
part
adopted.
of the spell. And
Might know her adoption date.
yeah, something like that.
Huh.
She's been at our school for like 8 years.
What are you talking about, man? I've literally never seen her before.
Exactly. And that answers your question about what Zoe and I were up to.
No, it really doesn't. What?
Yeah, I guess this is harder to explain.
Wait, so Zoe's like a witch, right?
Yeah,
That was the thing.
we did it.
Yeah, we did
She called it
clarify
a
that.
hex.
Yeah. You did like a hex thing?
Mm.
To do what?
Isn't it obvious? You knew her, now you don't.
To make me forget whoever that girl
And
is.
now she can't ruin our anime club.
You did that for she was gonna ruin anime club. Why was she gonna ruin anime club?
Because she used to be the coolest kid in school, and now she is definitely not.
Also, I realized that part of your conversation earlier was that you wanted to have sex with two girls, and I feel like he was probably just going along with it because he didn't know who Tiffany was. It's like, is this the other girl? Because you brought up two, and I only remember Daisy.
Yes.
When you brought it up this
Yeah.
morning, this is whoever
Yeah,
the other
I
one
mean,
was.
This is also technically new to you as well. Doubly so, because you didn't know this before, but also you don't know it now. Because you don't know who she is. We were dating for a bit. I don't know what she seemed kind of angry though when she...
He like puts his
Oh, my
hands on
God.
his face. So you were secretly dating someone, and I knew who she was, but I didn't know you were dating. And then she was gonna ruin anime club, so you had Zoe curse her, so now I can't remember her?
Well, yeah, sort of, except that Zoe asked me to help with the curse because Zoe was...
So is it just me that forgot her? Because I don't see how that helps anime club.
Well, I don't know if it's just you or not, but
Were you
I
like
think
worried that I'd
point-
be like jealous or something? Is that why you wanted me to forget her?
No. I think it's the whole school.
So the whole school doesn't remember who she is, so you could say the anime club.
I
But
said
Zoe
anime
wasn't
club.
part.
Yes.
Why did Zoe do this then? Do you know?
I didn't ask. Should I have asked? I should have asked.
I don't really. I kind of get it. So I don't know who she is,
I know she is.
but I
though.
used to know who she is. But you know who she is because you helped Zoe curse her so that everyone would forget her. What did she do? Why did she deserve getting cursed?
I don't know. It's been like, feels like a week. I can't really remember what she did. Mostly she was, well, mostly she was gonna break up with me and go out with Oliver. And also she was threatening to bring a load of cool people to Anime Club. And that's our thing. And like, there were
Wait,
three,
dude,
four
hold-
extra
hold-
people there last time. And that was already too much.
I do remember that. There were a lot of people. I'll be honest, it was kind of cool to have more people there. Like, I like hanging out and spending time with you, but like, you get more funding and stuff if there are more people. But more importantly, dude, you made an entire school forget who this girl was because you were upset that she was gonna break up with you? That's not fucking cool. That's gross, man.
It's not gross. That's normal.
No, it's super gross.
It's what?
You're my best
No.
friend. I'm gonna call you out on that. Super
No,
gross.
you're my best friend. You're supposed to support me on this.
Nah, that's not how that works, man. I think
Look,
you fucked
it's,
up.
It's cool. I'm the only person that remembers her apart from Zoe, so I'm gonna be going in there
So
like.
you're just like straight up emotionally manipulating her into fucking you. Not cool.
Not yet.
So that was your plan.
I don't have a plan. It was. I don't think you get this. I'm gonna go talk to her.
I thought you were different than this man, but I guess you're just kind of a creep.
Whoa. I'm a gentleman. Zoe says. Oh, and then she followed it up with something else. I don't know what that was. Look, I was gonna meet her this morning, but I wanted to come meet you because you seemed like you were in kind of a difficult place. So
Yeah, I was. Yeah. I mean, thank you. I'm glad you came. But I still think this whole thing, I don't fully get it, but from what it sounds like, you're using the fact that you're going to be the only person who knows who she is to try and get her to stay in a relationship with you, which seems like kind of uncool, and maybe you should just be honest, like I was. It sucks and it hurts, and it means that you're probably going to be sad and not get what you want, but my friend Cecil isn't this sort of person. I don't know what dying did to you, man, but it fucking changed you.
Whoa. You tell me like how you really feel. Whew, damn. Either way, I need to go and talk to her.
All right, you do you.
Well, do I need to go and talk to her? I was in the shower, and this is going to sound really weird, but I was in the shower and I could hear her voice in my head. And she asked me to meet me here. But like, we normally meet here, so I don't know if that's a thing or
Is that
whether.
like a part of the curse? Hex? Whatever?
Maybe that's
Look, you know what? I'm gonna talk to Zoe. Maybe it'd be worth knowing why she's doing this.
Yeah, that would have been a smart thing. She was asking for my help. I'm gonna go.
Cecil, are you gonna go talk to Tiffany then?
Yes.
Okay. Carlos just sort of like shakes his head. He's disappointed in you. You feel it.
Mm-hmm. Being a good
That's
person is
sad.
work, man. Don't want to do this.
Sad puppy dog eyes on his face. I used to look up to you. So Tiffany, Cecil arrives. I feel like you feel whatever, like you know that he's close by, Because you feel
Yeah,
it.
what emotion is he feeling?
Probably guilt now.
Okay, so when you walk up, she's like, oh my God. Cecil, you remember me, right? Like, you know who I am, right? You seem
Your
really
tiff?
guilty about something. What are you feeling guilty about?
I'm not guilty.
You totally are guilty. I
didn't
can
do
say it.
anything.
It's like fuming out of you. You are so guilty. What are you guilty about?
I didn't do anything, okay? It was a normal night last night where nothing things didn't happen.
I believe you have a hunger for revelations. I need you to roll to keep your cool, because you are passing up
Ooh,
a
nice.
promising opportunity.
I'm gonna roll to keep my cool.
Just a super promising opportunity right now.
Can he spend strings if he wants to keep his cool?
No, because he doesn't have strings on himself.
I don't have strings on you.
Oh.
Or me.
I thought it would be using strings. Okay, guys, I guess it's on himself.
Yeah, because he's got to keep his own cool because he's passing up on the opportunity to feed. It's not something you're doing.
Okay.
Hey.
Oops.
Okay, so partial success. The way partial success on keep your cool, I can basically tell you what will happen, or in this case, I guess Maggie can tell you what would happen should you reveal these revelations and you kind of figure out whether or not you're going to feed or not feed.
Okay. Yeah. What are the consequences, and I'll decide. It says I'll be vulnerable, right? Seems
Yeah. So
like-
how would your actions would leave you vulnerable, and you can choose to back down or go through with it.
Yeah, I imagine that.
I would imagine Tiffany would not respond well to being told that you were part of cursing her, but you can, I would say, probably twist those revelations into revealing that she was cursed. Like there's some gray area of like what you would admit to in this moment, whether you're admitting your involvement or just your knowledge of it.
True.
But
you could.
Yeah, I think.
I feel like the reaction from Tiffany though is bad.
Either way, the reaction's going to be bad. I imagine.
Yeah,
I-
if you
I
say
would
that
be
you're part of
vulnerable
it, there's going to be some conversation between us two. But if it's just you saw Zoe, then she's going to take that anger out on Zoe.
I'm not.
You want to throw Zoe under the bus?
Sounds like fun.
Sounds
Yes.
like
Your
it
soul
satisfies
is
certain
rumbling.
hungers.
We do need a bus emote.
Okay, I am feeling a little bit guilty.
Yeah, I
Uh,
told you that already. I could tell.
Well, that's weird.
Also,
You
remind
think that's weird, but you don't think it's weird that me and you were talking while you were not in my presence.
Oh, so I didn't just imagine that then.
No, something weird is going on.
You a witch?
No, not that I know of.
Oh, I don't know witches either. So, well, I mean.
Wait,
apart
why'd you
from-
ask that? Do you know someone who's a witch?
Yep.
Who?
Yeah. It's Zoe. Haha. Zoe's a witch.
That actually
Weird.
makes a lot of sense. Like, she gives me witchy vibes. But, like, what does that have to do with anything?
So, well, huge coincidence. There was in the park last night, and there was like a creepy ritual happened, and well, first off, I'm really sorry because I can't give you your DVD back, but also
You promised that you'd get that back to me. That is my favorite DVD. That took me forever to find. My dad had to go to like this super crazy store in Japan, and it's like not even, it doesn't exist anymore. Like they shut the place down. I don't know why. There was like a scandal or something.
I will also
You
point
owe me
out,
big
Cecil,
time.
that you can get rid of the condition, one of us, but you have to do something to get rid of that condition. And when you no longer have that condition, she'll no longer be able to hear your thoughts and fears.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, this is a reminder. It's not permanent.
Thank you. No, well, seems like it was some kind of connection to you. Because, said something about a curse, and now you're cursed. I don't know what happened though.
Makes so much sense. Like earlier today, everyone didn't know who I was. Also, my social media presence has been dropping like crazy, and I do not know what's going on. But this is making a lot more sense now. So Zoe did this to me. That girl's gonna fucking pay. Which pie?
Yeah. So aside from the DVD, which I'm really sorry about.
Also, first of all, that was not what I thought you were guilty about. I thought it had to do something with whoever you're talking to over there. Is that Carlos? Is that the one that you saw like naked?
You
But,
need
like,
to
in
get out of
friendly
my
way.
head.
I don't know. I don't even know how this happened. Maybe it's when you and I exchanged that damn CD player or DVD. Maybe there's like some kind of like thing now that we have telepathy.
Is that time you had sex?
Or do you think it has to do with this curse?
Maybe the curse.
But like, why would it be me and you?
Oh, yeah, maybe it's not the curse.
You're acting really weird.
You're just giving out some real strong vibes.
Yeah.
Right now.
Because no one fucking knows who I am, Cecil.
I know. I know who you are.
Yeah, that's weird that you know who I am, because no one else does. Not even Principal Burgess, which, you know what, is really strange, because my family has donated so much money to this stupid school.
Yeah.
I might have almost hit him in the head with a paperweight, but I didn't. But I almost did.
What is happening with you? Are you
I
alright?
don't know. I'm just very mad right now. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm sick of it. And Johnny's pretending that he doesn't know me, and he blocked me on social media, and that is just so weird. Like, I've known Johnny forever. I saved that kid. I saved them all, and none of them even fucking remember me. Or they're acting like they don't.
What? Save them from what?
From themselves, duh.
What were they doing before they met you?
Well, committing social suicide, of course.
Oh, so I'm sure you think you saved me as well.
God,
I'm
no.
sure. Oh, I'm just wallowing in the muck like all the rest of the plebs.
What?
Don't worry about it. Maybe you deserve to be cursed.
What is that supposed to mean? Is this because you broke my DVD player or DVD and now you're being like weird about it? I'm the one who should be mad at you, not you mad at me. I didn't do anything to you.
I gave Zoe the DVD.
Why would you give Zoe the DVD?
Because I was mad at you.
That still doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I thought it was kind of self-evident that you're being horrible to everyone. All the
No
time.
one knows who I am, so how can I be horrible?
There were days before today, Tiff. Like, you were so nice when we first met right across the road. We watched anime. We pretended to be ninjas. Do you remember that? The Naruto game? That was fun.
Yeah.
But
It's kind of fun. I mean, I like the dressing up part.
it was great. And now you're the worst, and I felt like you were gonna ruin something that I really loved. So
Why would I ruin it? You just said we had so much fun doing
But we don't
anime
anymore.
things, and why would
Behind
I ruin
things,
it?
I am.
This sounds like you're trying to roll to shut her down.
I am. I absolutely am.
That's what it sounds like. All right, roll with cold.
I'm no good at this.
Do you have any strings on her?
I thought I had -1. I have +1. It might be okay.
Yeah,
You have to get rid of that string if you're going to use it.
I don't have a string.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No.
I will, however, say you probably will lose the condition. One of them.
Partial success.
Ooh, okay. So a partial success. Choose one from below, but you come across poorly. And they will give you a condition in return. They lose a string on you. If they have no strings, you gain one on them. They gain a condition or you take one forward.
I am...
And then you get to look very poorly in the sentence.
Yeah, I'm good. He's not trying to not look like an asshole here, so it's fine. Gonna give you the condition. I want to say.
No, I give you a condition.
Both.
Yeah.
You can do both. So he can choose to
both
give you a
happens.
condition. You get to give him one regardless.
Oh, okay. You're giving me a condition. Okay.
Yeah, that's his
I'm
option.
gonna give you the condition. Thinking self-aware, something like that.
Ooh. Become slightly self-aware of your own shittiness.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm like recognizing that I
Yeah.
did something wrong. Okay, I can
Like,
play with that.
what?
I'm giving you the condition mean
Mean, yeah.
because you're being
fits.
mean.
Yes, for sure.
Totally.
And self-aware, it sounds good. I can act that out. Yeah, so I think that when you say that to her, she's like, well, I guess maybe.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I did lots of nice things too. Like, Tiffany, they would have made fun of her. She ripped her pants, and I covered that up for her. In front of, like, the entire school. And, like, Johnny farted while he was giving a speech, and I totally covered that up with perfume. I've done lots of nice things too, Cecil.
yeah. Well, what have you done for them recently?
Well, they don't even recognize me, so nothing.
I was totally expecting Tiffany to say, "Oh, he farted," and I totally covered it up by saying it was Mr. Burgess. Like, yeah, I'm being a nice person.
Look, Tiffany, you needed help, so I came here, and I just wanted to be honest with you.
Except you weren't. You were trying to pin this off on Zoe.
Oh, it was totally Zoe, but it was also me. This is what you do to people.
I've known you for like 9 years, and you've never done anything like this to me before. So I think there's something else going on. Maybe it's that bad influence, Zoe.
I mean, Zoe's weird. She's not bad.
Yeah, she is. She like doesn't show up to school sometimes. She always is doing like weird stuff. That's a bad influence. And she doesn't like know what any colors are. Like she never wears color. I never see her wearing any color. And our school colors are red and black, and I never even see her wearing red. Just black, which I can kind of appreciate, but you gotta add some color in there.
So judgy.
Well, prepare for possibly an entire new life of people not knowing who you are. Because, well, first off, I don't know how magic works. But also, none of your friends, aside from maybe me, if you even still want to be friends.
You just said you put a curse on me. Why would I want to be friends with you? I thought we were friends. I thought you were the only person who was going to understand this when I was going to tell you something, and now I'm not going to tell you. But you know what I am going to do?
Hang on, not going to tell me what?
I would like to lash out at him physically.
Oh yeah.
I would like to lock him in the bike shed.
All right. I think let's go first. Let's just see if you can like grab him, and then we'll see if you can shove him in.
I'm not good at this, so.
So
We're
many
both
harsh
doing
music
stuff we're not
changed
good
of you guys. Jesus.
I love it. You could spend a string on him if you have one. I will also say, Cecil, I think you have definitely lost the condition one of them, which means that you are no longer like hearing.
I do have a string on him. I have 2 strings on him.
Spend them.
Spend them.
I will spend. Can I spend more than one?
I don't see why not.
I will spend the 1.
Okay.
Because then I'm gonna have to put him in the thing too, right? So I'm gonna have to do 2.
We'll see.
rolls.
You'll probably have to make 2 rolls to like grab him and then also lock him away. But I would say like you can grapple him and like choose not to deal him harm to kind of get a little bit.
Yeah, I don't want. She doesn't want to deal. She doesn't want to hurt him. She just wants to put him in the bike shed and lock him in there.
Yeah, let's see the result of the rolls because they if you succeed, like if you get a 10+, okay,
9.
partial success, that including your string. Yes, -1
Yeah,
+1. Yeah,
it's
that's
including
right.
my string.
On a 7 to 9, you can harm them, but in this case, you can grab him instead of harming him. And choose one. They learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you. I decide how bad the harm actually turns out, or you become your darkest self, which you already are. So, options one.
I think you can decide how bad the harm turns out, but I don't know.
You really don't want him to get a string on you, do you?
No.
Don't want him to learn that you're like an alien, like the
He
faceless.
just put a curse on me.
That's fair. That's fair. I think if you are all right with it, Josh, I will let you decide because you also choke up momentarily. So do you think she's able to like get you in there in one, or do you feel like we need to make it?
He's the worst.
Because I feel like this is to a certain extent a surprise to Cecil.
Yeah, definitely. I am okay with either Cecil being trapped or, I don't know, being hurt more because either way he's probably going to die again or he gets trapped.
Right,
She's not
let's
gonna
see.
kill him. She just wants to put him in there, and then she's gonna talk to him while he's locked in the shed.
I think let's say you succeed, so you shove him in there. I don't think that it's relevant if you're choosing not to harm him. Like if that's something you wanted to do, I think that he's gonna learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you. I think that's the most
Okay, that's fine.
option. What he learns about you is up to you, but you do gain a string on her. So like you grab him and perhaps there is something alarming or unexpected about the intensity or ferocity of this physical attack. Does your voice come out like...
Maybe your radio goes off and it's like, come in, we are ready to bombard the planet.
No. I think maybe he sees like a weird glint in her eye, like her eyes change color a little bit.
They like, do you do like a weird double blink where like you get like 2 eyelids? And
Yeah,
they're, like,
something like
yellow
that,
for
yeah.
a moment, and then they go back to normal when you like grab him.
That's what puts him off guard. He's like,
Yeah.
wait, tell me what... Oh!
One of her eyes crashes and has to reboot.
Yeah.
And then so she just
One of
like
those
shoves
blue.
him in and locks it and puts the lock on the door, and she's like, it's like, yeah. Well, now you're not gonna be able to do any more curses.
I can't do any more curses anyway. That's... Just let me out, Tiff. Come on.
I'm not gonna let you out
Why?
because
Because what?
you're gonna try to stop me from doing what I'm gonna do.
I don't know what you're doing. I can't stop
Exactly.
you. Wait.
It's better that way.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? I love it.
I'm not gonna tell you. I was gonna tell you, but now I'm not gonna tell you.
What are you doing?
I thought we were friends. I really actually did. I thought we could overcome anything, and I thought that I could share with you something, but apparently not. Apparently, like they say, keep your enemies closer than you think, right? Something like that. Anyways,
What?
yeah.
Tiff! Don't go.
You said I
Yeah.
deserved this. You purposely did this to me? Just because
was-
of anime club?
What? Well, yeah, but I was angry, and I'm sorry.
You know, I thought that things would be different.
They can be, if you just let me out.
They can't. I'm silly. I don't even know how I could think that you would like me.
I do like you, Tiff.
You cursed me. How can you like me if you cursed me?
I got wrapped up.
Yeah, I got wrapped up too, and now I have to finish my mission. And you know what? You were the one that distracted me from it all anyway. Because, like, I thought, you know, maybe someone could care about me, but apparently not.
I do. I care about you.
No, you don't.
I do. I just don't want to see you stay
you
mean and
Tiffany,
What?
do you leave?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave him.
he's still talking to nothing.
That's kind of what I figured.
Aww. So that was the reason she put off the invasion of Earth 9 years.
Yeah.
Well, this didn't work. Send in the landing craft.
Maybe there'll be a boyfriend for me on the next planet we go to. Sorry. Maybe there'll be a boyfriend for me on the next planet we go to.
I love it. All right, so Cecil, you were stuck in the bike shed for a little while. I mean, you have your phone on you, so I assume, you know, you see
you
who
can
comes
totally
lets
get
you
out of
out. Daisy, Adam, where are you two headed? Like, you had your friends disappeared. You went somewhere.
I think we probably study for a while, then head off to lunch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think at lunchtime
Just do
that's when you see
some
Carlos.
actual collaborative studying and helping each other out instead of what was going on in that room.
Yeah, Carlos had
it's
just
Carlos.
went to go get lunch. He is eating food still. He's a very hungry boy.
Can we sit down with Carlos?
He's here. He's okay. I gotta go talk to him.
He's like sitting by himself at a
You
table.
mind if I come as well?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna hurry over and be like, Carlos, hi. What happened? Where did you go?
Are you
Oh,
okay? Have you got better from
hi.
the flu?
Yeah, it wasn't the flu. It's just like a 24-hour stomach bug thing. I ate something funny, I guess.
You were gone for like a day and a half. That was basically like an entire weekend nearly. But like in the middle of the week.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that long. Like, that's like a normal amount of time for people to get sick.
Is it?
Right?
It just feels like so much more time has passed.
You know, sometimes time's funny like that.
Like 3 weeks almost.
Yeah. Anyway, did I miss anything like super important in any of our classes?
Not really. I don't know.
Cool.
What's important? Maybe.
You all right, man?
Yeah, no, I wanted to say sorry because I kind of just abandoned you at the pizza place.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
and then you disappeared, so I was kind of worried I'd done something wrong.
Well, you seem real busy, and I was dealing with some stuff that day.
Yeah, I shouldn't have just walked off. I thought it was gonna be fun, and then it was not fun.
You thought walking off was going to be fun, or hanging around with me was going to be fun, and then became not fun?
Walking off, and then that wasn't fun, so I probably should have just stayed and had pizza.
I mean, I guess you never know until you try something, right? Like, maybe you would have made a friend. Sorry, I
Yeah.
wasn't entertaining enough.
Yeah, we can have pizza, and this time I won't just go running off somewhere.
That'd be cool. So, yeah. Do you like anime? Video games?
I'm still working out the anime thing. I think it depends on what it's about.
Cool. I can help you. We can watch some different things.
Yeah.
It's alright. I'm not, like, upset at you, man. I was dealing with other stuff.
Okay, I thought I realized it probably a bit mean to just kind of wander off and leave someone sat there.
I mean, like, yeah, it is. It's kind of rude.
Yeah, I messed that up. I'm still working this out.
Working what out?
Everything?
He like looks over at Daisy, who's still sitting there, and like looks back
I mean,
at you.
you know, just like new school confusing life
Makes sense.
things.
Yeah.
Checks out.
I mean, not life things, school things. This school things.
So,
Only this. Other schools,
like-
I worked that out.
He's like scratching behind his own ear. So, yeah, Cecil might have mentioned something, and like, if you ever want to talk, just let me know. I guess. You have my number.
No, it's fine. I'm fine. Yeah. No, I don't know. Cecil gets funny ideas.
I mean, yeah, he does. He's but he's not always an idiot.
Are you two
Is this
okay?
when he gets a phone call or a text? I'm locked in the shed.
Probably.
Yeah, where is Cecil?
Do you
Like,
text
'cause
Carlos? I assume that's who you would message.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen him either. Where's he been? Because
Yeah.
he's not been here for like half a day, and that's a bit worrying.
Carlos gets a message.
Yeah.
Tiff locked me in the bike shed and she was weird and talked about a mission and it's also angry. If you see Zoe, let her know. I also text Zoe. Like,
Carlos looks
Careful.
at this message on his phone. And then he puts his phone down. I think
And
he's
then-
busy.
fuck!
He's
I
got a lot
text
on.
Zoe, careful,
Excellent.
Tiff's on the warpath.
Do you know
On it.
what was going on last night
With what?
with Cecil?
What way? What do you mean?
I think we had an argument, but I can't remember what it was about. I just remember that I was mad at him.
Huh. I don't think so. Maybe you should talk to him about why you were mad at him.
I haven't seen him. I don't know where he is.
He's in the bike shed.
Why is he in the bike shed? He always seemed really weird about the bike shed.
He he locked himself in by accident.
That sounds like something he would do.
Yeah. He's covering for you, man. He's covering for you.
Hell yeah, Adam!
If you want to go like help him out or something, just tell him I told you he was in there and that he locked himself in.
Will do. Thank you, Carlos. You're a really good friend.
Yeah. I try. Loyalty's important.
Except for when I rip their jugulars out. But that's, you know.
Daisy
Look,
looks at Adam
sometimes
as like.
rage overtakes and it's real hard.
Daisy looks at Adam as like. Maybe you were right about friends.
Oh, good. I wasn't sure.
Does Daisy get up and leave?
Daisy packs up real quick and leaves.
Was I in on the senseless in the bike shed thing, or was it just Daisy?
Yeah, I think you were there.
Yeah.
Okay,
But,
right.
like, sitting
you
down
were there for
across
the whole
the
conversation.
like one of the
I missed for a
dining tables.
second whether it was like said to us or like whispered to Daisy.
No, he got the text and then he was just like, yeah. Then he covered for him being like, didn't say anything about Tiffany.
Like, oh, we
Even
should
though he
probably-
can, he knows. So when Daisy heads up and leaves, Carlos like, I think he looks at you again. He's like, I mean it. I don't know exactly what Cecil was talking about, but there's a lot of weird shit happening, and if you need to talk to anyone about weird shit, like, let me know. You seem
I'm just trying to work out what's
Really-
weird and what isn't.
yeah. What's going on, man? Why don't you
I-
know stuff?
I know stuff. I know lots of stuff. Like moles are animals, but they're also things on your face, but they're also this thing in chemistry. And that kind of thing.
When was the first time you had pizza?
I've had pizza a few times. I don't know.
What's your favorite pizza topping?
Cheese.
Do you like burritos?
Sure.
What's your favorite filling?
Cecil.
He's got him. Adam's like, all of them. It's whatever.
Uh-huh. Do you have like amnesia or something, man? Like that's cool. It happens, right?
Maybe.
You don't know if you have amnesia, but you don't know stuff.
What's amnesia again?
Amnesia is where you don't have your memory anymore. Like something bad happened to you, you lost it, like a head injury or something. It happens to people.
Yeah. That sort of thing.
Like leans in very close. This is probably the weirdest thing you've ever seen
profusely.
Carlos do. And he sniffs kind of loudly. You smell new. Yeah, like the human equivalent of new car smell. If you want to talk to me about it, let me know.
He kind of looks around.
He's like smelling himself like.
And then like leans in and is like, okay, but don't tell anyone. How did you know that?
Know what?
The things that you do know.
I'm just making guesses. Carlos said like, not Carlos. I'm Carlos. Cecil said like you're weird and like weird stuff going on, and you're new to the school. And you don't seem to remember anything or have like opinions about anything. And you're definitely watching people, and the whole smell thing that I just have a good sense of smell. Oh, good.
Like it's like you're up to something, but I just smell good. Yeah, sure.
yeah, like you see him like lick his lip a little bit.
Like, well, everything's weird.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just trying not to be weird, and it's hard because I don't know what weird is.
Are you like on the run or something?
No.
Somewhere?
Just trying to do school.
Huh. Okay. So you're trying to figure out what like humans are?
Yeah.
He like leans in and whispers, this is my favorite part, because Carlos putting a lot together, but not quite got the last piece of it. He's like, are you an alien?
No?
Oh. Okay, amnesia definitely makes more sense anyway. Look, if you like need help with that, I could probably help you. I mean, I've been human most of my life. I got some experience.
Right, yeah, you just have to make sure nobody finds out, or I'll get in trouble and maybe I won't get to go to school anymore.
Secret safe. Cross my heart. Hope to die, stick a needle in my eye.
Why would you do that?
It's like if I broke the promise to you, then I would... It's gonna be a lot of work. I think we fade out on that scene as Carlos now has a new best friend. You're getting replaced, Cecil, because you're terrible and Adam's not.
I've been planning this for so long.
Bentham, on the other hand, is terrible.
Just remember, I have a hunger for revenge.
Oh no.
You do. You do.
Hey, revenge. I like that.
Oh yeah.
So,
just quickly,
After
have
Speaking
revelations
of-
and revenge happened recently for me?
yes, you definitely had some revelations. So gain a point of experience for opening up to Tiffany. I don't think you had revenge since the curse.
Oh yeah, I did that one last time.
Yeah, and I think you already got that one. Like, you haven't yet taken revenge on anyone. I'm sure you will. Because she lost in the bike shed.
After Zoe takes revenge on Tiffany for something that Adam did, now Cecil's going to take revenge on Adam for something Cecil did. Or something Carlos did. There's too many names.
It's a lot of complicated revenge.
I mean,
you need to
Zoe
make a revenge
was
diagram.
like already mad at Tiffany, and Adam was just like the tipping point. This is like years of pent up rage. And then Adam like pushed her over the edge, and she's like, "Fuck it, fine. I found the spell. I'm doing it."
I'm gonna add a new color, so there. It is now a complete shape.
Okay, good.
I have made the relationship shape. There's the square of disaster, and there's this weird chain made by the NPCs and me.
Well, we need to connect that end chain up to the main bit somehow.
Yeah.
Well, this is Zoe on the end.
I can deal with that.
There's your mission.
Yeah, there we go.
It's not yet a 3-dimensional shape. It is still just a square with a tail.
Cool.
I can get with Zoe.
It's a friend
We're
love
cool.
polygon. Speaking of Daisy, as you are headed over to the
Speaking
bike
of
shed,
Polly,
as you are headed over to the bike shed to rescue, talk to, I don't really know what your plans are with Cecil.
Neither do I.
You get, you hear behind you someone calling your name, and it is a familiar person calling your name. It is Claire.
Hi.
Daisy, hi.
Hi.
She's smiling. You look at her. She seems pretty normal, except her eyes look super glazed over. Just
Are you
a
okay?
little cloudy.
How was your
Hi.
trip?
She looks over at Louise. We had a great time, they say in complete unison.
Oh, that's really good.
We're so happy to help you. Let us know if you need anything.
Thank you. I'm glad you liked
Okay.
Eleanor.
Eleanor was lovely.
Yes.
Do you need anything?
Do I need anything?
Yes, we'd like to help you.
Oh, could you get me something from the cafeteria? I had to leave quickly. I've got to go find Cecil.
Of course. We'll get you whatever you want.
Thank you.
What have we done?
And they turn and they leave. You just hear the tinkling of bells and a little bit of laughter.
Oh, Eleanor.
Mm-hmm. She's standing next to you.
Do you know what happened with Cecil last night?
Oh. Well, now you're asking for information and not just favors. Do you know how that works?
Do.
All right, to get this answer, you need to roll plus dark.
I will roll plus dark.
Oh God, you're gonna have to remind me what actually happened with Cecil. and
No,
why
it
you were
doesn't
angry
matter.
with him.
It doesn't matter. I don't need to remind you.
It's a 5. So she said, "You know how that works." But I don't think you're ready for that information.
Oh. Okay. I do forget things quite a lot, so that's fine. You know why it's locked in the bike shed?
Let's see. And she, arm in arm, she like turns and faces you. And I think there's a moment where this mask of humanness kind of disappears from her. Her features become even more pointed and sharp. Her ears elongate slightly. Her eyes become completely like animal-like, so they fill completely her eyes.
Daisy's not phased by it at all for some reason.
Are slits. A vision for you. And she takes a leaf that just appears in her hands and she blows it and it turns into dust and it like hits you in the face. And I think you just see a vision of everything that Cecil and Tiffany have done behind the bike shed. And then when
It's
you
hot.
when you maybe not everything, but like certainly recent everything. And she sort of when you blink and your vision comes back to you, Eleanor's gone.
Oh no. Daisy's gonna be mad.
Oh well. Hopefully Carlos
I
comes
feel like
and
it's
lets
like
me
a
out.
remember who you are moment. She might be here. So, where do you go now, Daisy?
I'm going to the bike shed.
Uh-huh.
I say to Eleanor as I'm leaving, can you get
Oh,
my...
she's gone. She disappeared. You can say it out loud, but yeah.
Eleanor,
she's-
can you get my friends to just keep people away from the bike shed for a bit so I can have a private talk with Cecil?
I'll do what I can.
Thank you. Gonna go to the bike shed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey! Let me out! Hello?
Hi there, Cecil.
Oh, thank God, Daisy. I got locked in here. Can you undo the thing from your side?
In a sec, I'm just trying to find the right music. Oh, I could.
What do you mean you could? I kind of want to leave. I'm already really late for school. And it's been quite an interesting morning.
Cecil,
Yeah?
things are a bit weird between us.
Yeah.
Promise me they
Yeah.
wouldn't be weird.
Okay, well, I'm sorry about that. They did get weird. I didn't see that coming, and this a significant amount of stuff has happened in a very, very condensed amount of time, which is weird for me. It's been great because thrilling, but also lots of mistakes as well. If you wanna, where have you gone, Daisy? Daisy.
Green screen doesn't work like that.
What were you trying to do?
An ominous lighting thing.
Yeah, I was trying to do another
Oh.
lighting thing.
Yeah.
You could probably just like go into your camera settings.
Yeah, but then I'd have to set it back.
Yeah.
Things have been weird. It's really unfortunate. Happened last night, Cecil.
I mean, do you want to know? A lot happened last night. So, did a curse. That was weird. Died again. That was weird. No one remembers who Tiffany is now, which,
Who's Tiffany?
yeah. Well, you might want to be careful of her. And no, I don't think. I think she's mostly mad at Zoe.
I thought you liked being stuck in the bike shed. Oh, was that sticking it to people next to the bike shed?
What?
Oh, Cecil.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I should probably be honest and reveal to you exactly what has been happening. I didn't know how to bring it up, and I didn't want to end both relationships. I was dating Tiff, which I know, brand new information to you. I'm really sorry. But I kind of... Can we do this outside of the bike shed? This is awkward and weird.
We could. But I kind of like this dynamic.
Yeah, very funny. Okay, I like you both, and I'm okay with both of you being mad because I was mean. I lied to both of you. So,
And it takes you lying to us, doing a curse, and being locked up in a bike shed to tell me?
well, now you put it like that, it makes me sound like kind of an asshole. I probably would have told you eventually. I lied again. I get that you're mad. Can I please get out? I'm really late for school now. And dying sucks. So I don't want to like die of starvation of bike. Oh, I guess people will come and get their bikes, but that'll be ages away and I'm really hungry.
That's just an inconvenience for you.
Wait, what?
Nothing. I unlocked the bike shed.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought you were gonna set fire to it with him in there.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for like another character to kill him. I was like, yes.
I unlock the door to the bike shed and I take a step back.
I come out of the
Oh, I'm going to spend a string. You fuck something up at the appropriate moment. As you go to pull the bike shed door open, you stumble and fall headfirst into it. Smack
Okay.
your head on the iron railing.
You take 1 harm. What is the promise that he broke?
Things wouldn't get weird.
Oh yeah, things got weird.
Cecil. Come on out the bike shed, Cecil. If you come out of the bike shed, I'll forgive you.
Oh, my ears are ringing. Okay, yeah, fine. I leave the bike shed.
As you try and leave the bike shed, you slip on some wet leaves that have wafted in and fall over sideways onto the bike rack. One of the bike's like spokes is awkwardly bent out from where someone else has rammed their bike in, and it impales you through the back.
Best part is she has so many strings on you. She just kill you with 1 harm at a time.
Fuck.
Cecil,
like the most
come on
horrifying
out
murder
of the
ever.
bike shed. I'll forgive you. Cecil.
Oh no. Oh no.
Come
I
on.
like awkwardly pull myself off of the spoke and it pulls. Just let me out of the bike shed, please.
Oh, I'm not doing this. You're doing everything you've done to yourself. What comes around goes around. Camera like closes in on one of the bike wheels that's just spinning there.
He's gonna try and run out of the bike shed because he thinks that'll work.
This time, I think there's like a flash of lightning, and one of the overhead power cables just sparks, comes loose, and touches the door as you run to push it open, and you get electrocuted.
Yep.
And the bike shed does catch fire.
Oh fuck. Okay. Fucking Daisy!
Yes?
Let me out of the bike shed.
Cecil. She leans in really, really close. You didn't say please. And on fire, the roof collapses on him.
So, same options as before. Short rest for the wicked. Lose all your strings. Or go to your darkest self.
A dark itself, please.
We are 3 for 4 at this point. We are 3 for 4.
And I'm pretty much escaped my darkest self. I have to balance the scales of justice. So I'm going to go find Oliver, and I'm going to call that even.
So you just let it burn, so you don't necessarily see what happens afterwards.
No, I walk away as it's burning. I want that like Taylor Swift walk away, boyfriend
Yeah,
on
she
fire.
walks away, there's flames going on
Yep.
behind.
Oh
and
yeah,
she's
it's great.
Like,
It's
yeah, I
beautiful.
love it.
Daisy
And
the
you feel
Taylor
really
music
good about
video.
yourself.
Yeah.
And you hear a little voice in your head. It's a familiar voice of Eleanor, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so glad you finally played with your birthday present."
Daisy doesn't even question, it's just happy. Links arms with her 2 girlfriends and walks away.
They are dead-eyed, like 100%. They have like their personality is, we love you.
Oh my gosh, that's
We
so
may or may
good.
not have sold ourselves to the Fey Court.
Hooray for fetches.
I'm gonna go find Oliver.
Changelings or something.
So much
Little
no.
changelings.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
I've been saving 4 strings of Cecil for a reason.
So good.
Cecil, what happens? You are in a burning building, a little small building, but it is on fire. You were quite hurt.
So he feels the burning, I guess, metal and wood fall onto him, and the transformation that takes place is partially emotional, partially physical,
Okay.
as he begins to burn and slowly, mentally and physically fortifies himself and uses up a lot of energy to push his way out of the burning rubble. And what you see revealed is a kind of Deadpool-esque, scarred and still on fire Cecil, who just slowly hunger.
Where do you go?
Well, his first desire is for revenge. And I think burnt, bloodied, broken Cecil just walks right through the school.
Good. I think we need to go to Tiffany before, because we sort of are going to go back in time a little bit to whatever Tiffany does after she leaves Cecil locked in the bike shed.
Mm-hmm.
So Tiffany, where did you go?
So, Tiffany needs some dirt on Zoe.
Uh-huh.
Something that will make everyone else not like her.
So the hard part about that is it's not like people do like her currently.
Yeah, that's the truth.
She's already like the weird social outcast of the school, that there's not like a whole lot of extra stuff you can dig up to be like, she's a witch. And people are like, we knew she was fucking weird.
Yeah. See, that's the hard part.
Dig through
And
her
that's
abandoned
what-
social media
the
to find the
person-
part where she tried to be popular at her old school or something.
The
Yeah.
real life person
Yeah.
that was my inspiration for Zoe was commonly known as a vampire, so no one would have been surprised if it was revealed.
Yeah, I mean,
as
we
true.
all had. I was friends with the person who was also like that in high school.
Yeah, so I think that's my thing is I'm trying to figure out like what what would be the dirt that I could find on her.
Do you want to find dirt, or would you just confront her directly?
I want to confront her, but with dirt. I want to have some leverage.
Okay. I feel like the easiest way to figure something out would probably be like a gaze into the abyss, and then we can kind of see what you get from that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
If you're gazing the abyss, like you call the mothership?
I don't know. Yeah, you tell me. What is gazing into the abyss like for Tiffany? You should go back into the bathroom.
Mothership, do you have data on this humanoid?
Oh, I don't know.
Or do you like try and sift through everything that like all of your minions know and like see if you can like read it into their thoughts?
I like that idea.
Okay.
I like that. Partial success.
Okay. I think with a partial success, like you are gonna get the this is uncomfortable for you. I think is the main thing, right? Because these are confusing and alarming. Like you are doing a thing you've never done before. You're like, you have to sift through people's thoughts. You see people's like, because you dig past the curse that makes people forget you to like the actual underlying memories of you that are there in their minds. And it's all like fear and intimidation. It's people like they're sort of laid bare that belief that you are a terrifying and not a very nice person, but they need to be your friend in order to get something. So you get through all of that, like that deeply uncomfortable feeling.
And I think for her, that makes her the condition that she has even more apparent.
Probably. And so you dig through all of that, and then you get through digging out, probably like Johnny had figured this out, that Zoe is envious of you. And she has been watching you, and you remember back to like a time when you were kids, and Zoe was popular. Like she had friends, and you took them all away from her. Like Johnny used to be one of Zoe's friends, and so like you just took these people from her. And then you see she has a massive crush on Adam. Like she is super crushing on him. And you see like his attention turn away from her and turn towards you. And so you have single-handedly like taken all of these people away from her, but functionally she is jealous of you.
Okay. Sweet. That is helpful.
Like something you can play with. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
So it's a little uncomfortable, but you get that information.
And I think afterwards she's just like, that was strange, but kind of cool. Wonder what else I can learn about people.
Oh, God.
No, gotta mention. She like starts walking towards where Zoe is.
Yeah, Zoe will like, she sits like somewhere around the back of the school, like eating her lunch by herself.
I guess Tiffany will kind of like lean up against a wall and watching her eat, and then just make some like a little chuckle.
She sort of finishes her bite, looks up at you. Oh, hi.
Hi, indeed. She like comes and sits down next to her. So you put a curse on me.
Fuck Cecil. Fucking idiot. I knew I shouldn't have trusted him.
He is an idiot. I locked him up in the bike shed. You can save him if you really want. But we all know Adam's one you really care about.
Like her face changes from like disgust to like, what are you talking about?
It's pretty obvious, isn't it?
No.
Look, just between us girls, you get rid of this curse and I'll help you out with Adam. I mean, I know a thing or two about boys and what boys like.
She's like, you could tell she's like,
and I'm using bot loyalty on her.
Okay, so you're offering to tempting a side character to do what you want, which is remove the curse, and yeah, you're gonna give her a string on you for that. Ooh, she's okay. She will tell you what the sort of bribe, threat, or coaxing will take. So she's like, you fucking deserved it. You've been mean and cruel and using people.
Yeah, I found that out. Look, I
What?
wasn't trying. It wasn't like other people weren't using me too. Do you think it's fun being who I am? I mean, I know you're jealous of what I have, but really you shouldn't be. Think about it this way. If you were in my position, everyone would just want things from you all the time. No one actually look at it. No one really cares about me. Even the one person who I thought would out of the whole entire planet. Not that I know everybody on the planet, but I'm just saying.
She like
That person
as you're
wasn't
saying
even
all
there
this,
for
like
me.
Tiffany or Zoe's like processing it. She's like, I did not expect you to admit to any of that so fast.
Yeah, well, there have been things that have happened, okay?
We used to be friends, Tiffany. I don't know if you remember that, but like you used to hang out with me.
Hanging out with someone doesn't mean we're necessarily friends, but I get where you're going.
Oh. I thought we were friends. That's just mean.
Okay, well, sorry, I'm trying. This is new, okay? I'm sorry. Look,
All right.
there's
so
an
say I
algorithm for
remove the
making.
curse.
There's an algorithm for all of this, right? Like popularity, getting friends, doing things for people, getting people to do things for you. It's a thing, okay? And I'm sorry if I hurt you in the process of it, but I wasn't trying. Well, I mean, I guess kind of was, but only so that people would like me.
So I take this curse off of you. What are you gonna do?
I'll get Adam to see you. Like you, see you. I mean, I can't guarantee that he's gonna like fall in love with you or anything like that. It's not like I'm a witch. Oh wait, you're the witch. If you could do that, you probably would have already done it.
Yeah, that's like a whole big no-no. Super big no-no. That's like
Is it really?
Yeah. There's
So
always
you
a
can totally
price.
make people hate me and not know who I am, but you can't make someone fall in love with you?
I
That
didn't make
seems
them hate
really
you. I
stupid.
just made them forget you.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
To you. They're happy. Haven't you noticed that? They're happy because they're not under your thumb anymore. So maybe if I take this curse off of you, you'll figure out that being as mean as you've been isn't actually getting you friends. It's just getting you lackeys.
Yeah, I got that picture already, clearly. And lackeys clearly did not help me with anything.
All right. I'll break the curse. You get Adam to talk to me.
Oh, and when you're doing that curse breaking, can you make sure that my like social media filing goes back up? Because that was like really detrimental to me. That's like a big hit.
Oh, that was just incidental. I didn't know that would happen. This is a great curse. Oh.
Now who's being mean?
All right. She like goes into her backpack and she like looks around and she's like, is there anyone coming? Make sure no one shows up. And then she just starts drawing out the salt circle like in the middle of the playground, like in this like back behind the school area, and she starts drawing it out. And she's like, stand here.
How do I know that this isn't like some other type of
Do you
thing that
want
you're
the
trying
curse to be broken or not?
Okay. She steps into it.
And she does like the same thing before. She like holds out her hands, like kind of puts them on either side of you, closes her eyes, and then like words start coming out of her mouth that are not like normal. It's like weird whispering sounds. Her eyes flash open for a moment, and then the salt like glows and it catches like on fire slightly, and then it goes out.
For a second there, I thought you were gonna burn me to death.
She like
Scene
makes this like
of
I thought
building
about it.
burning and
Yeah, the camera's like you two
Cecil
there,
walking out
window,
of it.
out the window, it's burning.
Yeah, and then we sort of like pan out, and she looks across and she's like, "Huh? Did you say you locked Cecil in the bike shed?
Yeah.
It's on fire."
What? And she will go running towards the bike shed.
And the
I
curse
can
has
light it
been
on
lifted.
fire, I promise.
She shrugs.
I go running. I think that Cecil's
All right. Yeah, you go running towards the bike shed. Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna come across burning Cecil. Daisy, where did you go?
So
After you
while Tiffany was hunting down
Yeah.
Zoe, I want to go find Oliver.
Okay.
More fuel to the fire, you know. Oh, and
Yeah.
now everyone
Hi, Alva.
remembers. Now everyone remembers, right?
This is back in time a little bit,
Yep.
so it's just before that happens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is he gonna remember like in the middle of the conversation?
Yeah, we'll find out.
Hi, Alva.
Daisy.
So,
He's like surrounded by his little crew. It's lunchtime.
can you give me a moment? Just you and me?
You need us to talk about something?
Yeah, it's
Whatever
really
you have to say to me,
important.
you can say in front of us.
Are you sure?
He like eyes you up and down. Give me a moment, and he says that to everybody, and he will step to the side and walk away slightly out of the way.
So,
What's going on, Daisy?
I was thinking, you made a mistake in dumping me.
You said that before.
But now you've had time to think about your mistake. And we are so good. Steps really close in. So good together.
Daisy, I already told you this isn't going to work.
Are you sure?
You trying to roll to turn him on?
I am going to shamelessly turn him on.
Aha!
And would you consider this an act of vengeance against Cecil?
Do you still have strings on Cecil?
I do. I get a string for him breaking the promise as well. I have one left.
Yeah, sure.
So let me just get the modifiers straight with this one.
Should be 5.
It's a lot. Because I get +2 from Act of Vengeance. I get +3 from Shameless. Unashamed.
Probably can't stack both of them. A lot of the time PBTA limits you to a certain plus.
Okay, in which case I won't take Unashamed then for now. I'll just go for the comment
go for the 2.
to...
You can. I mean, it might mean you automatically succeed, and Oliver will take a string on you, because that's how Unashamed works.
No, just happy to roll it for now. I can make the decision later. Simplicity
Okay.
since we're getting to the end. Modifiers. There we go.
Success. Okay, so I'm gonna choose from the reactions below. I think this one feeds very well into you being a Fae, which is that he's gonna promise you something that he thinks you want. So he's gonna make a promise to you. But
Okay.
he's not. He's a little too composed for the other two. So he puts his hand on like your shoulder in a frustratingly platonic way, perhaps. What would he want? You want to get back together with him in some way. I think that's what he thinks.
Yes.
I think he interprets you as. Tell me a little bit about your relationship, because it depends on whether or not he's going to interpret this as like you just want to have sex, or you want to like be in a relationship. So, like, what would the sort
For
of context of how you
him,
act
it
in?
would be totally in his nature manipulative to assume it would be just have sex or whatever, and then try and fob her off with, oh yeah, we'll have sex, and then that's all you wanted, right? Because that's all you wanted.
Okay,
Like
cool.
he would definitely use like that as a way to get rid of her, etc.
Yeah, cool, perfect. I just want to make sure that like was in fitting with it. So he'll sort of say, how about we meet privately? You come over usual time tomorrow night.
How about tonight?
Tonight it is. This is private. Our little secret.
You won't tell anyone?
I won't tell anyone that you're coming over. And you won't either.
Can't wait.
His eyes narrow when you say that, and you don't promise back.
I won't tell anyone.
I look forward to it.
I've got a burning desire to be with you again.
I can tell.
I'll catch you later.
And then, were you two meeting tonight for your date, Tiffany? Yeah, and then
We were
he
supposed to, and then he didn't
remembers
remember who I was.
it. Yeah, and then like that's the moment, and he goes, "The fuck." And we just see him as like
that's
his
why I was
memory.
angry.
Yeah, and then you're like, fuck, that's why I was angry. And everybody, like, a little memory comes back. And I feel like everybody kind of forgets that they forgot Tiffany, which is probably even more frustrating for her.
Yeah.
I would think my darkest self has been relatively fulfilled by that.
Excellent.
balanced the scales of
So
justice.
You return from your darkest self. However, we shall end today with Cecil burning, scarred, and on fire, making his way to the school. Just
We need some nice metal music for that.
as Tiffany, you run towards the burning shed, and then you see the silhouette of Cecil. A ways behind you is Zoe being like, "That's."
I think that takes her out of her darkest self because she thinks that she burned Cecil.
Oh yeah, that would totally fit because I think your darkest self ends when you
relinquish part of your power to someone more deserving, or when you destroy an innocent person in order to prove your might. Does that
I think
exist?
Cecil's not innocent.
Mm.
Can I?
Yeah, I don't think.
Okay.
But that being said, I do think you relinquished. It's up to you. I would allow because I think you kind of relinquished some of your power to Zoe.
Yeah, that's what I was
Like,
thinking.
you
I was feeling like
admitted
after that moment
To
was
her, that you were mean. Like, you gave her what she wanted, and not just because it was the only way to get her to lift the curse.
and I told her she could have it, but she wouldn't want it.
Yeah. So I think so. I think you can come out of your darkest self. Kind of a combination of the two of them as you see burning Cecil. Meanwhile, Carlos and Adam are just like chilling at the lunch table, like, what's going on?
I'm gonna go find Adam after all this and be like, yeah, so I did mean things to mean people and it was great. An eye for an eye is really good advice, Bentham.
And the last thing that we
I
see,
got it from Cecil being like, you can't be too nice because that's weird and people won't like you.
Full circle.
The last thing we see is Vice Principal Burgess on the phone, holding it up. It's his cell phone, and he's sort of like standing there, looking out of his office, looking at the field. And he's like, "I need backup." And hangs up the phone.
Kids are a disaster. Please send help.
Can I tell you where Cecil is
This
going?
is gonna
We
end
need
up with all of
containment.
us in like a weird ward, and season 2 is gonna be like how we escape the ward
Yeah,
together.
some sort of prison
Where
for
is
monsters.
Cecil going?
And where's Cecil going?
Oh, Cecil is going to see if he can find Oliver.
Well, Oliver might break your promise because he'll be dead.
Do it.
Fine.
Oh,
Do it.
my God.
I haven't. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. No, this is great. This is great.
I've realized what your tell is. Your tell as a GM for I don't know where we're going off the rails here is that. That's what you do for your we're going off the rails every time.
I know. Here's the secret, though. There are no rails.
How many things did you have planned for this episode? What, 3 and we did 1 or something again?
No, we did all 3 of the things.
Oh.
No, I only actually planned 2 of them beforehand. One of them was just
Okay, so 2 out of 2.
a summary of that Tiffany was cursed. The wolf attacks. Originally Zoe, and Eleanor, whose last name has not been revealed, arrives at school.
So they all did happen. And then everything else is chaos.
Yeah, I do have pages of maybes. That's basically how I plan. I'm like, oh, this could happen.
I feel you on that.
Cool. So, we've got some announcements. There's a new show happening in 2 weeks' time here because next week is the final episode of River Valley High.
Oh, lordy, what's gonna happen?
Oh,
We
I'm
need
scared.
3.
We just need an Adam darkest self. Or maybe he
Yep.
can stay pure.
Yeah, he's just having a lovely time trying to live his life, whatever that is. He's still
I thought he was gonna go into darkest self with those mean girl, like Ellen, or like your friends, Daisy. I thought that was gonna happen. I was like, yes.
I love that you were like,
Nah, that's-
can you
that wasn't
help them? And then I was like, sure, yeah, fuck it. They get taken away. They get swapped with like Fae changelings.
I could totally take
Great.
a gang. I could totally take a gang as my upgrade.
You could actually.
Adam's
that would
like-
This is
be
after
really
show
relevant.
material, though,
Yeah,
for sure.
okay. Right, announcements. Yeah, the show happening in 2 weeks' time. GM by Maggie is going to be happening. Also, we've got no support this week. And
In case you needed more apocalypse in your life.
yeah, there'll be a admin recap summary of last month and Nameless coming out this week that you got to go check out. That said, we're good. Let's do the outro stuff. Let's start off with everyone's favorite many-eyed Gouldy mothership cigarette-breathing alien monster, Maggie. Who are you? What are you doing when we find you when you're not in the mothership? Oh, delaying invasions by 9 years.
You're implying that I'm not. Never mind.
I'm implying you are.
You can find me at Margaret Crone in all of the places. I am Margaret Crone. That is why you can find me at Margaret Crone in all the places. I'm totally not an alien. It's cool. Come hang out with me. I'll show you all the cool stuff I'm playing, like mostly Animal Crossing. But I also work my day job as a person who makes video games. So if you like video games, come hang out with me. That's all I got.
Cool.
I'm not an alien.
What about
I swear.
Cecil Cecil? Josh.
Well, when I'm not dying repeatedly, you can find me gaming FTL if you want to see silly video game stuff. I will eventually release the 12-person Stellaris multiplayer council thing. There's a lot of that to edit. Or if you want to see TTRPGs and vampire videos, the instructional or silly or otherwise, that is Strange Adventures on YouTube.
And what about everyone's favorite hollow person who's trying to just figure out who he is? Bentham.
Well, when I'm not figuring out how to be normal, which is most of the time, I have a YouTube channel called Megaport Gaming where I play games, funnily enough, including we recently did some Mountain Blade Bannerlord multiplayer where we just smashed each other in the face with swords repeatedly and got wrecked by most of our opponents.
That was great.
It was very fun. Rick did an amazing move where he shot a guy with a crossbow that was running him down and then stole his horse mid-gallop.
I saw that. That was very impressive.
Yep, those are the moments you live for in Bannerlord. And yeah, other things, probably, who knows? Maybe there'll be more Voxel at some point or other things, and I'm meant to do some Factorio, and I played some Wilmot's Warehouse, that's fun, and random bits and bobs here and there. And also, on Tuesdays, I'm on an RPG show over on E's channel where we play Heretics and cause horrible things to happen.
What did we even do last time?
Terrible people. I don't know anymore. I wipe it from my memory at the end of every episode and then I have to re-remember.
Something involving cows, probably.
Usually there's cows and excessive heresy related to those cows.
We made a blanket of people 2 weeks ago. I don't know what we did last week.
Yeah, there was the line, "Ooh, a people hot air balloon" was uttered recently.
Oh yeah! Drugs and children. That's what we did. I remember now. Anyway. Lauren, what about
I
you?
don't know why I signed up to this.
Hi, I'm Random Tuesday. You can find me everywhere at Random Tuesday. I make cosplay, I stream, I do all that good stuff. I love RPGs. It's great. I got nothing. You signed off with drugs and children.
There were also drugs and plants.
Oh
Go.
Yeah, there was.
No,
Tulip.
stop.
I was evil
Tulip
Santa.
ran by.
Except instead of a sleigh, it had cows instead of reindeer.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching. I guess E doesn't want to sign off.
Yeah. Okay. You can catch me Tuesday and Thursday on my stream doing that on Tuesday, sometimes Saturdays. Also youtube.com/Elysium. Doing Bannerlord, Stellaris, and Hearts of Iron, and they're all interesting. Bannerlord I have feelings about, and there's a thing. And I'm also going to start a new series of Bannerlord soon, where I actually do a slightly modded playthrough where I actually fix the issues. So that'll be a thing. Anyway, we are going to check tips real quick. Or, I could break everything. That works as well.
That seems normal.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh dear.
But you
I
really
need to
did break
pee.
everything.
Yeah.
Huh. Except the cup. The cup. Everything else vanished. The cup remained.
Good work.
I don't know why. There we go. I think I fixed it. Maybe?
Fascinating.
There we go. Okay, fixed it. Right, where were we? Before things didn't break.
Tips.
Tips.
Tips before I pee in the tip cup. I need to pee.
Top tip for the day: don't be in the tip cup.
Go well. It's not real.
That is true.
You just short out your monitor.
We have no tips today, so thank you very much, everyone. We're gonna go do an after show. Bye. That's it.
Bye.